floors a little bit more.
Yes.
You met some people, shook some hands, made some deals, I think.
Correct.
You're
Well,
very
then.
wiggly.
But
With
would you like
lots
to...
staccato.
I mean, he's right next to you.
From the voice chat, I mean.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Well, he can figure things out with context clues when he bums back in.
Correct.
So what do you want to do, kids? You stand in a dark and
Yes.
dusty cleaning closet. At least Argus does.
Yes, and we're tasked with a certain task from the fly buddy over there.
Oh,
Mr.
don't worry about
Staccato.
that for now. That's one of those things you'll stumble across when you see it.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose we could continue exploring to see if we can find a foundation of the spire.
I think I've gotten myself stuck in some dark place again because all I see is myself and nothing else. Could you move me to be with the rest of the party again?
Well, you're standing literally next to Argus, so...
Oh, well,
What you could do is just unclick your character, and it will see all party lights, basically.
oh,
That's
And to unclick yourself, you need to click and drag. You just select nothing.
Apparently Argus is no longer emitting light.
oh,
Mr.
look at
Staccato
that.
is.
Cool.
heck yes.
Don't forget the open doors.
Point is,
Oh.
the stuff in this only shows your light and nobody else's, if you have your token selected. Or the whole party, if you don't have anything selected.
That's good to know.
Thank you
Well,
for
I
the guide.
suppose then we're going to try and head below.
Yes. I mean, we are mining for the
Which
source.
way have we not been?
Could you repeat that?
Which you?
Okay, then.
So we came up from the south, right?
To the south in the hallway, yes, through, like, oh, it's over here. You can't see it right now because there's no light there. But you did enter through very close to this hallway, yes.
Correct.
This place is also
over
getting
here.
increasingly drafty as you leave every door you go through open.
We don't. We closed them.
Well, you didn't close
why?
any of them, did you?
Fair enough.
They're all open on my end.
All of the Slavic grandmas are having a fit right now.
You're gonna give someone a
Standing in the
cold,
closet.
Argus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's hope they're weak to cold then.
All right then. Well, you know, you went through some torture rooms. You went through a spider room. You went through a room with a big old skeleton in it. And you got
Yes,
spooked.
and we went through one really, really spooky bathroom. Yes.
And a really, really drafty torture room.
Yes.
And a bathroom with a weird ribbon that went places.
Correct.
To a foggy hallway down below.
Yes. Well, time to go there then.
There's also a dragon or something.
I would like to use the resolve point though to restore my hit points.
Stamina.
Yep. There we go.
Well, anyone who wants to is perfectly permitted to do so. I'm not stopping you.
We must simply remember to ask and do it.
Sometimes I still hear their voice.
Well, it's awfully quiet down here, other than the occasional distant sound of someone forcing a contraption or closing of a door. Or, you know, that constant jammering from your spider friend.
Yes.
It's awfully noisy, but on a low-key kind of level.
So we are not alone. Proceed
Considering
with
you've been
caution.
bumping into a bunch of stuff, no, you are not alone down here.
Yeah, like the lower we get, the more populated things seem to become.
Well, if you stumble into Mesoberezin, at the very least you'll find lots of people to talk to.
They won't be talking back though.
It'll be too easy throwing chains at you, yes.
Yes. Which is like, don't threaten me with a good time.
I was about to say weird way to start making friends, but you know what? Why not? Okay.
How about we go to the west and try those stairs, next to the lake with the dragon thing.
Les. We never made it across.
Never good to me.
I
Hello.
think we kind of. I think because we found. I can't. I can't. No, I can't. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Cool. So now we got selective amnesia. Hilarious.
Remember the way around
Okay.
it. So it's like this way.
That is indeed west.
All right then.
Yes. Let's go this way then.
On what? Bravely. Oh,
Mr.
it's
Staccato,
this-
Winnie, are you coming?
That'll be-
Yeah, my browser has just decided once again. The internet's fine. My browser hates Foundry, so just assume I'm popping along with you guys.
So what exactly is happening?
Right now, I just see a lot of white.
Have you tried refreshing?
I have indeed.
Have you tried using a VPN?
I haven't tried that yet.
It's possible. It's just loading all the assets anew. Anyway, everyone huddle up. Scrum position,
Yeah.
considering that we don't have the cool stairs thing anymore.
There we go.
Hell
Wop,
yeah.
wop, 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 wop,
Yeah,
wop.
no.
I need to figure out what stairs actually goes where's. You are currently on level B. Cool. When I
Is
load it
there
like this,
B?
nothing can be seen. Thank you. I hate it. Gotta go and open it in my frickin' reader then. Shake my tushy. Ba ba. Ba ba. Thanks, Google Chrome, for not offering PDF interactivity options. Here we go. The one you're going down is going down to C10. But where's C10? Oh yeah, that's the hallway. Da 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 da. Give me a moment so I make sure that you all are like on the stairway and not in the walls. That'd be rude. Abracadabra.
Wow. This is whole magic.
It's a kind of magic. There's an additional Mrs. Staccato here. He's gone now.
Aww.
Sounds like it would be a
As
good
I
time
mentioned,
to see how
this
true
hallway
it is.
goes down. After which, you have your fog on the left. You have your door on the right. You got a stairway going north. It's a hallway, all right. What more do you want? You want to go places? Hallways are the way to go. Now, admittedly, I'm gonna lean in real close on the developers. I'm gonna put my little handsies on my chin. I'm gonna be sitting, like high school girls sit when they start gossiping. Going, hallways are super fucking expensive to do in underground circumstances. I just think that if I were digging an underground cavern, I wouldn't be wasting all this time and energy on a hallway when I could be using this for another lavish lounge. Just saying. This
That's why
place.
no one hires you to do their underground layer architecture because you have a lack of flair.
You gotta have more lounges. I think-
Utilitarian
All
shit.
the hallway space.
Did I put this guy in the wrong place or something? Because, something's not working here.
What's with this shimmery ghosty shit?
That's
Does
called
something happen when I
fog.
walk in?
There's
Why
just
is
this.
there fog inside.
It's unclear, but there definitely is a lot. There's just a constant thick cloud of white mist over on the west end. You can't
That's
really
weird.
see
That's
through it all
not
that
cool.
well.
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna roll some knowledges because I'm pretty sure that fog is not supposed to happen inside.
Well, you're in a cold place. Maybe it's just condensation. Huh.
Yeah.
Does not feel very legit. Sorry, but I got
12 nature. Does fog happen inside?
I mean, there's definitely places where fog can form inside, yes. It usually either tends to evaporate or condense after some time, though.
It's a
Now-
magic bolt.
In case you're wondering, the stair to the north also goes up. You do not know where it's supposed to end up. So it's like you look up there and you're like, I don't know where that is.
As far as the light goes, does it roughly go at least at the same angle as the one we descended?
It would end up at about the same altitude, yes.
Gotcha.
So it's not going to go all the way to the surface. Mr. Staccato, as you're moving your little, your darling little tushy around, you suddenly feel a big wet thing smack you across the cheeks.
Oh,
Rude.
not in public.
A second later, that big thing slurples around you, and everyone watches as Mr. Staccato is moving around more like he's being held than anything sensible. Which is to say that something has gripped him firmly.
Aggressive has occurred. Doing okay there, buddy? You need us to
Get on me.
help?
Oh my god, I thought I had set switch to... Ooh. Please. I take care of the initiative roll. There always someone forgets, and that makes me a little grumpy when I have to remind people.
That's fair.
I thought I had switch to chat. Okay, on everyone's roll. No. Okay, I guess that's just something I have to live with. I remember somewhere it didn't do that. Well, great. Good for me. Winnie, you don't get to fight. Get out of here. No, you don't get to reroll either. Get out of here. Argus, you're pretty sure that Mr. Staccato doesn't usually fly with his arms flattened down his sides.
Yeah, clearly there's something there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out a bunch of coins from my bag and just throw them in the general direction.
To be honest, while I very much appreciate that they're sticking to a certain kind of theme, I think that when someone wants to throw a bag of flour over something, they're going to see something, and I think it's only fair that you have a shape ready for that. This thing does not. It's like, oh no, it's just like that. Here we go. As you throw a handful of coins into the fog, you can suddenly become aware of the fact that there's a very specific shape, shall we call it. It's a tentacled creature of some sorts. It has a single, never blinking eye that constantly looks at you and seems very annoyed that a copper coin has gotten lodged in its eyelid.
Nah.
While we're standing over to each other, there. How many actions would I have taken? 2 or 1?
Listen, you're just throwing some coins out there. That's probably just 1.
Fair enough. Well, if I can see the eye, then I'm going to do a quick jump, and I'm just going to punch right through it.
Yeah,
So that would be 1 action to move, and then let me put myself like over here so I don't overlap. I'm going to use the flurry of blows. Punch this thing in the fucking eye.
Also, I think this is important for anyone at Paizo, whoever wants to make something. The fact that grabbing works the way it does nowadays does mean that you have to specify how many limbs something has with which it can grip. Like, you can't just write, it has tentacle attack. No, you have to write how many tentacles it has now. This is me fluttering my eyelashes, being a sassy little boy. Argus,
Okay.
can you roll me for concealment?
So it's just
That's a
1
flat
D20,
D20
correct?
check, yes. You can use the dice tray for ease of you rolling. Excellent, you hit it. That's a solid hit. Kapow.
There we go. Here's the damage, and I suppose I'm going to use the last action to move over here behind it.
Why do you not use flurry of blows? Where's your flurry? Oh, well, that first one
I rolled
didn't.
twice.
That first
13
one.
and 20.
First one doesn't. It's a tough nugget. Let's put it like that. Chiharu,
Correct.
your friend is
just-
finely contained. Yes. What is it, Argus?
So I jumped over it. That's it. Rather than moving around. Because I used the quick jump.
Inga, what weapon do you think you're going to use the most in this fight?
probably a mace and mayhap with a side of longbow if needed.
Okay, I go up to Inga and I cast Magic Weapon on her Morningstar.
Thank
Wow,
you.
wow, 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 wow.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of which, did it look like it was resistant to physical damage?
No.
Got it.
You could clobber it as well as you could clobber anything else.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
I understand.
So her Morningstar will now be a striking Morningstar for the duration of that, and I think that's everything.
Mr. Staccato. This thing is
I'm not,
it's goopily holding
I'm
on
not
to
a fan
the.
of this. I find it rude. So I can see this guy, right?
Through the fog, you see this shape flitter in and out
All right,
occasionally.
that's good enough for an intimidating glass. I give him a look and I say, "You get the fucking tentacle off me, or I will
feed it to you.
I mean, to be 100% fair, first, its will is 21, but more importantly, it's one single eye whose eye is bigger than you. So honestly,
Well,
I like your gumption.
doesn't mean it can't. Everything is bigger than me.
Mr. Staccato is Chihuahua. The size of the
Alright.
pinprick. And the ego of a T-Rex.
Exactly. If I limited myself to things smaller than me to fight, I would be a very peaceful person. All right.
Thank
I
God
failed
you're
with
doing
my
better.
I failed with my intimidation. That's okay. I'm gonna give him a. Let's see here. How do I escape from a grab with an acrobatics check?
Or athletics.
Acrobatics or athletics or an unarmed strike. It's your choice.
Does 20 do?
You tell me what that DC is gonna be. It's 21, by the way. So you're off by one, Bucko. You're off by one.
21. Okay. Well, that's really annoying. All right, cool. All right, well, that's two of my actions. So with my last one, I'm going to swing. He is very least flat-footed because we're flanking him.
Flail at him.
Yes.
Do my best. God
Flail, flail,
damn
flail.
it. All right, cool. Good turn.
Inger.
Hello. I would like to hoist my morning star and scoot closer and with a mighty dwarven yell, like rip into this dude.
How delightful.
All I heard is a mighty dwarven yell at about 5 decibels.
That's about it. But the numbers will help. The rolls are here for me.
That's a
Mm,
miss
do
by
this.
5.
Well, gosh dang it. Then let me try again, like the magic stuff. It needs some getting used to.
Ooh.
Holy crap.
It's foggy. I'm short. Maybe Inger is short-sighted and she just like cannot compute this whole eyes thing.
Argus, it seems really insistent on getting a firm grip on you. Well, since that ain't working out, it squeezes the little man it's already holding on to.
Hold on.
What?
I don't like that.
What are you going to do? What's your reaction?
No, keep going.
Then why did I have to hold on?
Because I'm talking to the monster in character.
Delightful. Mr. Staccato, I demand a fort save from you. DC 21, as it freely gets to squeeze you. Like a protection racket. That's half damage,
shit.
so only 5. Argus.
You can't wreck a racket master. All right, well, I'm going to continue attacking it. That's going to be the 1.
That's a hit.
That's
If you
gonna
can
be-
make that flat check. Go ahead.
Yes. Let me roll separately for that. 1d20. Nope.
That's a
Here's
whiff.
Yes. What's the other one? Well, let's do a -8. There we go. Nope. Actually, I should have a 4th. That's just going to be -8 again. Let's fish for a crit. Nope.
Not even close, baby.
Yes.
Chihiro, this thing seems nearly impossible to destroy. What is with it?
I'm going to use Forbidding Ward on Mr. Staccato.
So, from what I've heard, and I'm not going to enforce this because this sounds absolutely batshit, concealment applies to any attempt to target anyone with anything, which includes any sort of allied spell because you're targeting a friend. So technically, you always suffer concealment on everyone in there, but that's just silly. That is silly. Forbidden word for Mr. S.
And then, yeah, I'm going to let loose a crossbow bolt. Just to see.
I appreciate that you've used the bolt. Can you please
Holy shit.
roll me for concealment to see if you hit a big old puffy cloud?
That's just a d20.
Yeah, you can click the oh.
Aw.
I'm hero pointing that. No, I'm not letting that crit go to waste.
You're cursed, don't even try. Abraca curse you. No!
Yes.
That's
Oh, wait,
illegal.
Does that hit?
It's concealment, so DC flat check 5, so 5 and up. That's all you need.
Yes. Okay.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Pew! Probably hits him right near the eye. That's gonna give him a headache. Well, Mr. S. Wiggle wiggle.
Alrighty.
Get him, boss.
I'm gonna try to escape again.
Nice.
Off
God
by
damn it.
1.
You can use the hero point to just retroactively add 2 and escape.
Wait, what?
So
You
when
use
they
0
get
point to do what?
You can use a hero point to retroactively add +2 to a roll. You can add +4 if you announce it beforehand, before rolling. You can just
Okay,
re-roll,
cool.
but I would just add +2.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to leap up. All right. As it's grabbing me and slipping around from me, I'm going to squeeze. I get one wing out that flaps hard enough to give me a little bit of boost to flip out. All right. I run along the underside of the tentacle and flip around and through to the other side over here. So I'm flanking with Inger.
Nice.
I get panache, flat-footed, the whole thing. Come on.
Dang it!
All right. All right. Well, even if I miss, I still get 2d6 on that. So
It counts for something.
Amazing question.
2 damage.
There's an amazing question I need to ask for myself, actually, which I'm going to look up right now. Inger, it's your turn, by the way.
Hello. Well,
Hello.
let's do with the whole bonus of having a flanking buddy. Let's give this whole macing thing a try.
Please roll me a flat d20. DC 5 check.
Roll.
It is in a roiling fog, after all. It's hardly possible that something you think is a shape is someone else, or merely the clouds condensing. I would like to remind you that the bottom of the dice tray has a simple button you can click, and then you have to go, bam, roll, done. That's a
There you
miss.
go,
You thought you had it, but you didn't.
Oh, what a waste of confidence! What a waste of a roll. What
Sad.
can I do? Please. I don't think a grappling hook would do something in here. Not a shield.
If you grab the guy, he grabs us. You grab him right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna like lift my shield for this, just to have a little bit of a think. Yes. That is all.
Nice.
Thank you.
Wet, slorping tendrils slap around the room to grip and to strain. I'm probably going to go for good old Argy Boy.
Try me. Fuck.
You know, tempting fate is the
I
word
know,
of champions.
That's true, and I tempt fate every time.
Well, fate has decided to cave in your skull utterly and completely to the point that you were immediately brought down to nothing.
Yes.
So that's hilarious.
Yes.
well, that ain't good.
Yes.
I'll be fine.
Consider it a reason to stop tempting fate.
Never. If I don't tempt fate,
I'm gonna consider it a
Somebody
reason
else
to
will.
run.
It then
I'd rather
tries
draw fire then.
and succeeds to hit Inger. Smack!
Gasp. I would like to do the thing.
The reactive... Ooh. Okay, cool. Reduce the damage by 5, and then take 5 damage on you and your shield.
Oh yeah.
You should get your shield fixed up. It's about to fall apart.
Ooh, that will be a thing to do. Yes, when we're back in town.
Chiharu.
I'm going to use the 2-action. Wait. 2-action heal.
I gotta get my measurements right.
Good.
11 for Argus.
Nice.
And I'm out of Healy juice.
Oh, I appreciate that it keeps you prone on the ground. Ha ha ha. Mrs.
Of course.
Staccato. Did you know that you were supposed to be level 3 before you went down here?
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely getting the sense that this guy is way above our level.
I mean, he's actually just a severe encounter for your level. It's just that because
Okay.
you have nobody with like an AoE like a wizard would have, or anything to deal with this concealment, you're just kind of boned.
Well, but the concealment hasn't affected us that much. It's just that he's really, really difficult.
Your concealment has cost you at least 1 crit and a hit.
No, no.
No, it
All right,
didn't.
fair enough.
They used a hero point.
You didn't. You lost a crit.
All right.
I got a
I'm gonna
crit
roll.
somewhere.
You at least got a hit. You at least lost a couple of hits on this.
Okay.
Roll to hit this guy. Hey, there we go.
Show me the D20 of fate.
Did that do it?
I don't see a D20. That tells me if you hit for concealment.
Oh, god damn it.
Give me the
There we go.
damage.
There we go. There we are.
There we are. Well, that's one action. What does the rest look like?
Let's see here. I'm gonna try to intimidate this guy.
Didn't you already
Give him
do
a
that?
hard- Oh yeah, I did. He's immune now. Yeah, this subclass is kind of lame. I really, if I could go back, I would change which type of swashbuckler I am.
Well, you can always retrain on your downtime.
Yeah, I might. Okay, that was one. Yeah, I guess I'll try again. I don't really have. I can try. Yeah, I'm gonna try to gain panache again by moving around in the mist with acrobatics. There we go. So duck and weave.
That gets you your pistachio back.
All right,
Inger.
cool.
Hello. Hi, howdy doodly. Let's just keep whacking this dude. I don't really see a way for me to be the one to dispel this. Unless, like, blowing magical fog away by waving a bedroll is an option.
I mean, the funny thing is this thing can only see through its own mist, so if you were like an asshole, when he's probably yelling this from like the overs, like this thing could probably only see through its own fog, so if you were light up like a smokestack, it'd be in the same bag as you were.
None of us are cool enough to have smoke sticks.
None of you are. I'll be glad when I'm done with you dorks.
Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, okay. Is this the little D20 check now?
That will hit if you can get past that nasty concealment. Yes!
Oh, thank Lordy. Oh, God.
Show me the goods of that striking weapon. That is not a striking weapon. Can you roll me an additional d6, please?
Oh, okay. Please hold. Oh no, this Foundry, please do not be a dick.
Foundry. That is a total of 12. It's almost down. It's bleeding. It's looking pale.
Nice.
Some of the fog clouds start to get this interspersed redness of its blood mixing in.
Ooh.
It's like you're on the Wawa. You have 3 actions left, if I'm correct. You can spend them however you like.
Well, let's try to finish the freaking job.
That's not going to finish the job. Its armor class is 20.
It very much is not gonna finish the job. Yeah, and back to raising my shield for my last one.
Nice.
Because going with rat is the most dangerous kind of rat.
You know what it's going to do? It's going to trigger an attack of opportunity because it's going to get out of here. Also, I need to turn off a light source. There you go. Actually, it's going to step, then it opens the door. You can hit it whenever you want with your attack. Milady. Mrs. You get attack of opportunity if you want to make one. Because it's moving.
Yes.
How fast does it schmoove? It schmoves only so schmoovily.
This is the regular attacky
Yes.
button, right?
Yes,
Excellent.
full MAP because it's off turn. Okay, well, roll me for that conciliation.
Conciliation.
You got this.
I
End
will
it.
wait- I
No.
don't
I'll
got
give
this.
them the hero point to reroll.
Actually, Argus, excuse me. Let's roll back. Your turn is actually, and you're prone on the ground.
Oh,
Sure, fair enough. Did we see it ever use an attack opportunity?
No. Like
Okay,
Mr.
well,
Staccato's
just
been cartwheeling around in his
wobbling
living.
around, yeah, and hasn't died yet, which is why I just like to make sure. All right, well, in that case, I'm going to spend one action to stand up. I'm going to try and, well, kill it.
Two-sided
Remove
karate
this-
chop.
Yes, could you remove the status effects real quick?
Though, okay, yeah, sure. Prone no longer applies. You know, you can go to your effects tab and take care of that yourself.
Okay, hold on.
It's already gone. Just go on.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so it's just the flurry of blows. That's the one.
That's a 3.
That's the two.
That's a hit if you can get past that concealment.
Yeah, 1d20.
You hit it! And I think your base damage is high enough that you... Yep.
Yes.
Splort.
Yes.
splash.
Now
In
I'm
due
gonna
time.
crouch down and I'm gonna pick up all the coins from its eyes. Oh, one eye.
Money back guarantee. Also, Mr. Staccato, you had a little lighty do going on. Here you go.
You. I just start kicking it a bunch and getting my feet all muddy, getting on with this big eye and just like kicking it over and over. Like, you squishy tentacle asshole.
Squish.
From hanging out with Rin, would we have any notion of whether this thing's, body parts would be worth anything on the black market?
You
What about
know,
the white market.
if you had any good knowledge on nature, perhaps you would know that.
Mm-hmm. I have just like regular
I have
untrained
knowledge.
nature.
Well, then maybe somewhere in your brain you know of a part that if you put a big knife in it, you can get something useful out of it.
16. Does that tell me what part's the cut?
I mean, you know that it somewhere has an organ that it uses to produce all that mist that's worth something because it's like a very it's like a non-asthmatic smoke bomb, but you blank out on where it was.
I'm going in. I got my sword. I'm the size of most of the holes that we've cut in it. I'm just gonna start cutting for that damn thing.
Get him.
I'm
And
gonna
if
Chop, chop, chop.
and is this thing sapient? Like, is it a person or is it closer to an animal?
It's definitely an intelligent being, considering how
God
it seemed to act. I mean,
Oh well.
does anyone here, by the way, speak Aquan?
No.
Aquin?
Yeah,
That's not a real thing.
because it is
You're right.
a water elemental, and if anyone had used Aquan on it, would have maybe responded. But hey, it seemed very keen on killing you, so you have an excuse in court.
I'm gonna use lay on hands on Argus.
Boop.
Thanks.
Just to top him up.
Like a bartender of health.
That's 6 hit points for Argus.
Fair enough. Let
I'm
me-
gonna take 5 and use one of my resolve points. Top up.
Likewise. We've been repeatedly getting nearly killed every encounter. Maybe we should prepare a little bit better before we go down here.
On the other hand, most encounters have kind of been their own thing.
Yeah, the problem is, like I don't know what would have been more effective in that fight. That guy had incredibly high saves.
Sometimes you
Uh.
just stumble across a tough nugget, and you gotta learn to deal with that. And sometimes
Right.
you run across a weenie and you kick him across the curb.
Is everyone going to take 10 to top up? I guess when I say everyone, I mean Inger and Argus to
Yes.
top up your stamina points.
Sure. If we have the time. We need
What?
no.
Why would you abuse the fox?
To emphasize the point they were making. Sometimes you kick people across the curb and they go, eh.
Oh my god! They probably made the same sound like that cat that gets sprayed.
Let him be.
I am dead.
Chihara, you want to use some magic healing stuff on yourself as well? I like it when my healers are at full health going into fights.
I It's 1 health point. It would be a waste.
All right, fair enough. Sorry, yeah, I said that before before I saw you healed yourself.
It's because it got demolished.
All right, which way you guys want to go, north or south?
Upstairs, there's still some unexplored ruins there.
Okay, yeah. Oh, on the way on the top floor. Yeah, there's that one
On the
lighthouse, right?
surface. Yeah. Well, we've been in the lighthouse. It's the building across the little pond.
Okay, sure. Let's head on up. I am once again just seeing black, so someone will have to carry me in a digital sense.
Sure.
I mean, these stairs might go
We
up to
just-
that place. They
We
wave at
just
the.
put you in a satchel every time you black out.
That sounds good.
Yes. Shall we take the new stairs?
Sure. Let's at least peek through the door.
Meet the new
stairs.
stairs, same as the old stairs.
All right, all right, all right. Everyone, bundle up, bundle up. I'm gonna teleport you up some stairs. Ba 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 ba. Oh, no, please get out of the way. Whoops. Oh, Chiharu, you're out of touch. You're out of crime.
Oh, I can see double.
There's a lot going on here right now.
I can see 3 staccatos.
Staccato has the uncanny ability to multiplicate, I guess.
They are a fungus.
You waddle up the stairs and eventually reach a door. As you tend to do down here, there's lots of doors around here. People want to keep the draft out, but you guys keep leaving the doors open.
It's because this place is adorable.
Give me a moment while I look up exactly what makes this door have the locked icon, so I can tell you if you can just bash your shoulder into it and break your arm, or it's one of those fancy, oh, it's locked, but only from one side doors, because there is a door here. I think, however, it's a secret, but it's not a secret from this side. That's my ruling. Most secret doors only work one way. I mean, for fuck's sake, this thing ends in a dead end. You don't build a stair underground unless it goes somewhere. Let's take a look-see. Okay, secret door. I imagine this door just opens from this side, so abracadabra, abracazoo. You can enter the other room now, will ya?
Yes.
Yay.
Let's
Ooh.
take again.
I get to
Blow it.
read a room description. 7 square alcoves, each containing strange alchemical apparatuses, or alchemical sets of tools, ring this damn stone chamber. The alcove to the north contains a large glass tank filled with a liquid. A goblin corpse clad in outdated servant's clothing floats inside of it. A semicircular work table covered with tools, moldy papers, and a large open book stands in front of the tank. One might even conclude this is an alchemist workshop.
Alchemy. Let's have a look through. Oh, I can see a box.
Give me a moment. Let me see, where am I going to find this? Is it anywhere in there? It should be some. Oh, no, let's journal. Really? It's supposed to be in here somewhere.
You've got this.
NPC thing, maybe? There we go. Here you go.
Oh.
The doll's important enough to have a picture. Or just randomly they wanted to put a picture in, and the doll qualified as something they could draw.
Scary.
I mean, it's floating in a tube.
Oh. That is rather unsettling.
Very scientific. Very evil lairish.
Oh, that's cursed. Oh, that's hella cursed.
That's that's gonna be evil looking.
Just looks like a goblin doll.
That looks like the inside of Winnie's soul.
Heck.
What's in
You can see souls now.
what's in
Let's
this box?
examine it.
With my peeping eyes.
The door to the west has a locked door. But it's locked and you do not have the key. You require the key from
Okay.
A20, which you do not have.
Does violence count as a key?
You can definitely
If you
violence
have the-
open a door, yes.
I do have those thieves' tools. I would like to try an approach that will not destroy the lock in case we have to close it again.
And if you want to open a door with violence, may I recommend purchasing an axe or sledgehammer? They're far more effective at breaking things.
Yes,
Oh,
just
yeah.
hit the hinges.
Yeah, you could get a hammer and chisel for more accurate results. All right, Argus, if you think you got what it takes to open up this lock, I'm here already laughing. Thievery, by the way.
It's not even close.
Yeah, you snap one of your lockpicks off. You're gonna need a replacement set if you have one already. That's great for you.
We have three. We have 3 spare sets.
Well, then congratulations. You now have 2 spare sets.
Let me
I would have
reduce that
helped,
a little
but
more.
I can't see my character screen.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, unless one of you think they can break down a door.
No,
could
I'd rather
try.
look for the documents. Maybe somebody has the key here.
Yeah. I could break it down, or at least attempt to, but that can be a last resort.
Taking a look around, there are no keys in this chamber.
Rip.
Fair enough. How long does it look the owner has been missing? Is it
I think it's like
clean?
decades, centuries maybe.
So it's all covered in dust.
A while. Most alchemical reagents have lost their potency.
Gross.
Can I do a little perception to see if there's any footprints outside of ours instead of dust?
Taking a look at the ground, your footprints appear to be the only ones that are obviously in this place.
Could I roll? Could you, DM? Could you roll me for thievery to pick that lock, please? Is that something you can do?
Mr. Staccato thinks he's got the gumption, and apparently he does. Clack clook.
Sweet.
With a critical success, the lock bends before his mighty. I mean, to be fair, it's very easy to pick a lock that's about your own body size. So
There you go. You can just crawl inside, look around.
gosh, that reminds me of that The Room game. Anyway, the door is unlocked, so you can use it if you wish.
Get through the door.
I want to look around this creepy thing. I want to see if there's like, can I open it? Can I mess with it?
You want to get that doll? I mean, you could just reach in through the top. Oh, you can't. You're small. You'd have to climb on top and swim inside. But you think Argus could just put their hand in through the top and pull it out?
Do it. Bring the
If you
demon
want.
doll. What's the worst thing that can
Oh,
happen?
oh
Come
wait,
on.
oh wait. Excuse me. The container contains a goblin corpse. There is a doll on the little stand where the book is.
Oh,
Huh.
How
That
fresh
makes
is the
more
corpse?
sense.
Decades?
It
Oh,
appears to be
relative.
preserved by potent, very potent mixtures. So sticking your hand is a great way to stay young forever, presumably.
I'll pass.
I kind of already don't age, so I'm not super concerned.
Dwarves get very old. I'm a grandma. We're fine. What's a little bit of death among friends?
Yeah, if you lost like 20 years, would anyone be able to? No.
Concrete. Oh, no here?
Yeah, but
Okay. Yes, check.
Winnie will
Where?
just go and kick Mr. Door in.
yes. Door.
Yeah.
You will lead the door.
Well, we'll say Mr. Staccato takes a little look to your head and reveals a hallway. There's stairs going further up, and when the door was kicked open, there was immediately this rush of fresher air.
Ah. Sounds like open space.
Very, very spacious.
Now,
Yes.
the only thing that I'm kind of curious is Argus doesn't care about the doll, but would it be interesting to bring it to town and ask people about it? Maybe? Maybe they will recognize who used to live here.
I mean, the doll vaguely looks like the goblin corpse that's inside the container.
Fair enough.
So you honestly, you might as well take the whole goblin with you at that rate.
But it's in a cage. We'd have to take the cage.
Yes, you'd
Well,
have to
we
take
can
the whole
it
glass
on-
container with you.
We can take it on the way back.
You know, you guys have some strange looting priorities. You're perfectly okay stealing a whole preservative container with a goblin corpse inside, but taking stuff from a Spider-Man is a step too far.
never claimed to
There's not an
be that.
owner here for 100 years. And this thing is just kind of hard to lug around because it's person-sized.
Sure, we'll put that on the legal documents. Anyway, do you wish to proceed further west, go back to where you came, or use the stairs to go up?
Stairs to go up.
There's.
Oh, you boring
I'm very
schmorings.
I'm curious about that fresh air.
Why the hell is the surface entirely dark now? It's the surface. It's bright here.
Maybe it's nighttime.
The hell it is! Okay, I think... Oh, there we go. It's all bright now. Gotcha. You're out of touch. Pew! Going up the stairs, you are eventually confronted by... Well, obviously there's like a rickety roof over your head right now.
Oh.
That's keeping you... That you would imagine would keep you something that resembles dry during the rainier days. You know, it tries its best. It's a leaky roof. What do you want? Additionally, there's a rickety door by the end of it that you could probably just kick in with a sneeze.
Achoo!
Yes, sneeze on it. I have hay fever. I can probably sneeze hard on it.
Do it. Blast it.
Did I try to get 80 experience points for that Miststalker yet? Because you should.
Oh,
Okay.
You did not.
Well, there you go.
let us do the thing. We're at 488, right?
Yep, I think so. 480.
Yes.
So that put you at 560.
560.
You're on the table of 8E. Argus, you are the person in front. Would you like to open the door in front of you? You have to use your hand to open the... There you go.
I know, he just focused me on the wrong Argus.
Well, here you go. Oh, there are indeed some duplicates somewhere. Yep. Ignore the duplicates for now. They are irrelevant. Do not
That's
walk into your temporal duplicates. It'll destroy you instantly. Argus! The
Yeah.
second you enter this room, lights, spooky lights, begin to form and manifest around the room. An ephemeral voice that appears to come from the walls itself introduces himself as Spooky Wisp. Oh, mortal soul, I be Spooky Wisp, the haunting of houses. Do you have anything to say to this?
Greetings and salutations to you too, brother. Or sister.
I will curse you athwart 1,010 years unless thou carried out the simplest of tasks.
Okay, let's listen to it. What exactly is the simplest task?
Ooh, in the room to the west and then to the south lies a shiny, shiny thing that I desire. Bring it to here, and you shall not be cursed for 1,010 years.
You strike you drive a hard bargain there. Also 7 out of 10 spooking. That's really good. All right, fair enough. Let's take a look at the room to the west and then to the south.
Why not?
The room to the west is about what you'd expect. It's a hallway.
Mhm.
Stumble
Let everybody catch up.
a series. Oh, first and foremost, I need to explain the room you're in right now, which has also a description to go with it. This room, this fancy little thing where you were spooked in, is a study that features several bookshelves, a desk, and 2 chairs. They're all in disarray as if someone's been messing around here, or messed around before they left. Now you are inside the Hall of Portraits. A series of 4 tall paintings hang from the northwestern wall on this hallway, although layers of mold and decay have severely damaged them. They each have a little plaque.
What do the plaques say? And do they say anything in the languages that I understand?
The first portrait depicts the city of Absalom in flames, with ghosts rising from its streets. It bears the bronze plaque that says, "So shall the fool suffer." The second depicts Contlight Keep, as it appeared before its upper floors collapsed, and its lighthouse is emitting a pale blue light, in which ghostly faces sneer. Its bronze plaque reads, "Let the light shine forever." The third one, which has been shredded, it seems to depict a person, like a, what's it called, like a portrait? It reads, "The artist at work." The fourth and final portrait depicts a smirking woman dressed in a long green gown. Considering that one of you has the lore of the Rosengard, you would know that this is Belcora. Lady Inger.
Hello.
The plaque reads, "The Lady of the Light." Does anyone here, by the way, have Aklo as a language? I think Chiharu does, right?
No.
Yes.
Chiharu, someone has scratched some additional sentences into the fourth painting's plaque. It says, "I serve you still. You shall be avenged." How noble.
Does that mean she's still alive? No, or no.
Avenged is for dead people, I think.
Avengers of Dead people. Okay.
Although, to be fair, some people are not aware of those nuances and might still use the word incorrectly. Also, for fuck's sake, people who write stories, use words wrong to make people think wrong things is a great thing to do in stories.
That sounds excellent.
I personally just love a story where it's like, no, he meant to say revenge. He's still alive. And it's like, oh, that changes everything, doesn't it?
Oh, that's using the wrong words is a good thing. You write a shitty book and then you say it's actually a good book. I just used the wrong words.
No, I mean from the perspective of that, it, for one, it makes your characters look like they don't have the perfect fucking vocabulary knowledge that you do, which is a very human element to add. And two, it's a fun twist reveal that makes perfect sense, because it's just a person being kind of dumb.
I'm not human.
Argus, shut up.
Okay.
You're human enough.
None of us are human. Humans are lame. Okay, so where's the place we're trying to go to? It's up to the northwest.
South.
In fact, this door you're about to go through is exactly where you need to be.
Yes. I'll wait for everybody to catch up and then open the door.
Everyone has caught up. If anything happens, I will ask where people are, and you can put yourself where you think you should be.
50 miles away from here, if something dangerous happens.
I consider that to be I ran away as hard as I could when needed.
Yes.
Now, would you like to open this? Oh, you have opened it. Excuse me. This once elegant workshop has fallen into shambles. Soggy strings of dripping moss hang through the cracks in the domed wooden roof above. Below it, a carpet of broken glass glitters dangerously. Workbenches and shelves, armatures and displays, all formerly used in the crafting of immense lenses for a lighthouse, lie in ruins. Only a bejeweled spyglass sitting in a display rack near the southern wall has survived this devastation.
I'm going to carefully step in.
The second your foot takes a step in the room, a little doll pops up, and he has a picture associated with him.
Oh shit.
He's
How did he?
let me see if I can find it. Where is he at? I think he's 4. He's 4. Look at this gentleman.
Oh my god.
Not as a bird.
Thank you.
It's a bird.
To be specific, the name the book provides is Mr. Beak.
That's cute. Kenku don't have wings.
To be fair, Mr. Beak is
Seems
just
like a nice guy.
Mr. Beak is just what the doll is called, because I think technically speaking, the soul inside of it that causes it to spring to life does not have that name. The little thing pops up and makes something that resembles a very scratchy, sort of like you make a wooden implement that's supposed to make a crowing sound, but it's not quite that well because you didn't care too much to make it sound all that good. It scratches. Is Mr. Azrin coming back?
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
Is Master Azrini coming back? Because having a fucking person called Bob would break the immersion more than having the GM stumble over names.
Exactly. It's Aerith and Bob. It's always like that.
Yeah,
It's like,
Master Athri, he said he's going to be coming back real soon. He's on his way. He just got caught up with something. It's not a big deal. He sent us on ahead, okay?
what? Fair enough. If we're lying the same way, buddy.
Oof. Can you roll me some deception to see if you can fool this loyal puppet?
I would fucking love to, if you wouldn't mind rolling that for me, because I just can't make anything ever work.
Wait, why did it take 50 damage? Holy shit.
It took 15 damage because a lot of tokens that I placed beforehand that have the elite or weak template applied have it applied twice.
Weird.
Yeah. Anyway, Deception 17 is not enough. Actually, that is enough. By an inch! Also, for some reason, apparently.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Because the one language it knows is one spoken by its creator, typically common. It doesn't actually understand common. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. It squawks and crows and spits some words in Goblin. Anyone got Goblin?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Not nice.
No.
But unfortunately, you don't catch what it's saying. But you do recognize it as Goblin.
Alright.
It's one of the languages that's spoken a lot in urban environments, and now the Goblin population has suddenly been accepted after years of burning houses down. As you do.
How's it?
Seriously, the Goblins just moving in is like Israel suddenly being like the Palestinians. Are just come on in, buckos. It's all good now. All those years of all those political forgive and forget, it's all fine. It's not how that works. Paizo, you can do whatever you want, but that's not how that works. Oh, we were just mind controlled by an evil god. It's like, that's not how that works. Cultural trust takes time to build. And this tiny little baby is like, nah. And also, I'm pretty sure that this guy predates any of that, so he still have some opinions about you. Gosh, there's like a lot of goblin tribes that would probably have pre-like opinions and not be aware of the circumstances. How fast would that even spread? Man, there's a lot of things to consider that Paizo won't consider because this is hard to write. No, my kitchen sink setting has nuance and purpose. Gordon Freeman has a personality by virtue of the actions he's taken over the course of the games despite not saying anything. That's bad writing. Nope. Anyway, I have lots of opinions. But those opinions don't matter. Mr. Beak is just, like, dancing around. He's so small that he's unaffected by the glass, because he's tiny. It's like he doesn't have to worry about his little feeties. Anyone else who tries to move through this place in a combat situation, aka under pressure, would eventually start stumbling into the glass. But, you can take your time and sweep it aside a bit.
Fair enough, yes. I would like to first take a look around the room to see if there are any specific objects, aside Mr. Beak, that could fit the description of something important that person might need. And then I'm going to straight up ask Mr. Beak.
It's probably the dang bejeweled spyglass in the display case that I mentioned. That looks pretty.
Fair enough. In that case, I'm going to ask Mr. Beak if it's okay if I take it.
Fine.
Can you help me with a little thing? I want to be in my other body.
Okay, where is your other body?
Downstairs somewhere.
Is that... Oh, I know. Is that a goblin body?
Yes.
By any chance?
I am a goblin.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh boy.
Speaking on the inhale is really hard. I commend you for that.
He-
All right, well...
in fact, he introduced himself as Borbo.
All right, fair enough. I can probably pick them up and then carry them there. After we're done with the spyglass, could you hang out with us for a few minutes? / hours? / couple of
Thumbs
days,
up.
wherever and ever?
He's okay with chilling for a bit. Sure, why not?
Okay, fair enough. In that case, I'm going to take some time to actually, like, move this stuff around. So if I have to book it, I have the space to book.
Anyway, little Borbo's bouncing around. So, hey.
Fair enough. I would like to pick them up, put them on the shoulder or something.
Boop.
There we go. I would like to move towards the spyglass. And like I said, move the stuff around so I have the clear chance of escape, if so happens. I do happen to be a thief originally, so there's that.
He speaks in a language typically spoken by his creator, typically common, which unfortunately is not actually common. Thanks, Polyglot. You're silly.
That is silly. Alright, fair enough.
Also, it should know Goblin. But hey, you can easily move over there and inspecting the spyglass, you can just pick it up, man. It's in a display case. Unless you're dealing with like a master level artificer, you can't hide mechanics in a shelf that thin.
Sure, fair enough. In that case, I'm just gonna pick it.
You are now the fine owner of a spyglass that I will dump into your inventory.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Well, The idiot that I am, I'm going to poke through it. I do have 2 eyes.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Consequences.
You fool! The spyglass is cursed! No, no, it's not. It's just a fucking spyglass, man. What do you want? Why can't I click and drag this into your inventory?
I'm not entirely sure.
Whatever. I'll throw it into your loot bag and you can sort yourselves out.
Thank you.
Oh, it doesn't want to do that either? Oh, man. Why are you so specific? Loot selected tokens. There you go.
There we go. A fine spyglass. Alright, fair enough. It's pretty hefty in terms of price. Alright, in that case, I'm going to head out, and I'm going to go back to the previous room, and I'm going to offer the spyglass to whoever asked for it.
You return to the spookdrome of spooks! Ooh.
Spooker.
You return to the
You're right.
room.
They did introduce themselves, but I completely spaced out on the name now.
Spooky Wisp. Man,
Spooky Wisp.
they got the
Okay.
right name for the job.
Alright, I'm going to pull it out, wave it in the air for a couple seconds, and say, Mr. Spooky Wisp, is that what you were looking for?
Ooh, yes, thou will not be cursed for 1,010 years. In fact, a blessing on thee. The spyglass suddenly hovers in the air and vanishes behind the desk. Ooh, you are free to leave. Ooh.
Man, 1,100 years of blessing.
1,010.
1,010, fair enough. Oh, +1 to everything. That's neat. Against fear, too. Nice. Thank you, sir. Oh, gosh. All right, well, in that case, we do have a doll to deal with. Let's go down and...
I
Please.
just realised I have Wisp Law.
Oh, nice.
The,
Yes.
the hell? Where did you get that? Where did you?
I got it from my background because I got
You know what?
attacked by wisps.
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's why
Let
I'm
me just
invested.
let me just give me 5 seconds while I take a closer look at this and figure out what the hell they might have meant with that. Oh, cool. I need to open the player booklet for this. Ugh. Thanks, player booklet. You're a great help. Backgrounds. You know, I kind of prefer this over the trait system they used to use. Like in the old adventures, they gave you, instead of backgrounds, they just gave you little traits, and they were silly. Like little itty bitty bonuses. Lichite followers. Well, ooh. Oh, will-o-wisps and that kind of stuff. Rushlights and corpse lanterns. Sure. You don't know any wisps that work like this. In fact, these spells look a little like dancing lights, if anything.
Spoopy.
Well, he's doing. Well, he's having fun at least. Not doesn't seem to be hurting anyone.
Yeah. Like this is enrichment, apparently.
I mean, when nobody visits for thousands of years, for hundreds of years, apparently. That's fine.
Like it. We'll let it slide. We'll let it slide.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Give me a quick moment. I gotta look up how to calculate, because you did take care of this. Like the person in the room will no longer be a bother, and that means you get your points. I love that the room is just called Spooky Wisp, despite it being a study. Waggle him a finger. First and foremost, you get 30 experience points out of the box for doing a little side quest, quote unquote.
Fair enough.
That's the bonus points for humoring someone, I guess. This encounter, however, is worth nothing because it's so goddamn easy for characters of your level that if you would decide to fight this thing, you would just stomp him. So it's worth nothing. But you do get a hero point out of it, and 30 experience.
Why would I stomp an old...
Because maybe you're not in the mood for something. I don't know. Some people just aren't in the mood for little baby men.
Little baby man.
Little baby man. They start pointing at him. Little baby man. Well, you've settled your affairs. Would you like to... I see that Argus is already, like, scooting downstairs.
Yes.
Bring the doll to the goblin.
Popping downstairs with a doll in your hand.
It's pretty. I like this doll. It's about the same size as me. It reminds me of my old girlfriend. Like, not in a weird way, just kind of nice, you know? I pet its hair a little.
Well, you're back downstairs with the doll in your possession.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
So what do you guys want to do with this doll? Do you know how to operate it or anything? Because, you know,
Operate a doll.
you're pretty sure you can't
Is
just
that like
rub
a
him on the
line?
corpse and make that work.
That's true. Well, perhaps they know something about the ritual.
Oh my god, you're gonna ask the person who you're gonna ask the person for help? Why would you do that? They might just give you an answer. Yeah.
That's
It's
how
called
things
using
work.
people words.
Why are you reasonable? You're supposed to go like, why can't I roll my skills? Wah.
Because I've played in your campaigns for 4 years. I'm used to a few little quirks.
You picked up quirks like asking fucking questions instead of just complaining about things. How hilarious. Yeah. Point is, asking Borbo, he will tell you that he knows that there's a little like slot in his back, and he stops being conscious when someone pokes at that slot. So maybe that's the answer. Taking a quick... If you waited like 5 seconds, I would have told you that there is indeed a slot in his back where there's a gem. And it's possible that's like a soul gem or something. Because it's not a button.
I would like to investigate, before pulling anything out, I would like to investigate the goblin doll. Does it have the similar slot on its back? Does it have anything in it?
No.
In that case, I'm going to swap the gems.
You swap the gems. And Borbo is now I mean, to be fair, the
real boy.
The corpse inside the I mean, it's probably a corpse inside the container stirs a bit, but now he's in this little form. Woo!
Okay, fair enough. Did you create this? Did he make this himself?
No, of course not. My old boss made it.
Is that boss still around?
I mean, he focuses for a moment, because he's a special kind of creation. He would probably know if his master... He says, sort of. Volok's still alive, but not in the way he was when I was around originally.
Is he a doll too?
No, he's still breathing and all that stuff, and moving too.
Well, a zombie can...
But it's like there's 100 million of him. Tiny itty-bitty parts, all stick together. Writhing.
Did he turn himself into a worm person?
Borbo is a dummy and can't answer that question. But he likes your theory.
And we're going to need a lot of fire if we ever piss them off.
Well,
probably.
Borbo thinks that this technically qualifies as his boss being incapacitated. If you're willing to bring him someplace that's a bit more interesting than here, he'd gladly tell you some secrets he knows. And get a little giggle.
A place more interesting than... Wait, so you're fine being a goblin doll?
I mean, he would like to have both dolls available to him, because this one can't move too well. But he would love, not to have the warbling if he were to be in a place that he can chit-chat with people,
Okay, well, is it in any way possible for him to actually switch the gems on its own?
No. It specifically needs help with that.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, we do have a collector of curios, basically, back in town. Would you mind relocating to Rin?
Sounds fun! I would love that!
You need the body bottle, too.
Well, yeah, I want both. One so I can walk around a little bit, and one so I can have a fun chit-chat. So, you want to know some secrets?
I'm gonna bring both.
Oh.
I'm gonna bring both dolls, but what I'm asking, does he also want the bottle with the corpse?
I think it's fine where it is right now.
Okay,
I'll think about it.
Just in case somebody else comes through here and decides to smash it or whatever, I'm just gonna put like cloth over it.
You hide the body.
Yes, in case he's still tied somehow to the body and he won't be here to like announce that.
However, while you may have hidden the body, a high threat response team immediately shows up and uses their own corporate mage to figure it out. We're playing Shadowrun all of a sudden.
I mean,
you think a tarp was gonna hide the corpse? Yeah.
Well, you know what? We're gonna wrap it in the stuff and we're gonna bring it to Rin because I think it's gonna be safer with a collector.
We'll let them figure it out. Like, this floor is safe enough that someone else could probably show up and quickly bring it over.
Sure, fair enough. In that case, I'm just gonna bring. Do you guys mind if we go to town and like rest up a little bit? Because I'm a little pooped.
And
We
I also
can
want
absolutely
to
do
get
that.
some chisels and breaking in tools.
Well, before you go, since you keep interrupting this poor little gentleman who just wants to tell you some secrets.
Okay. Sorry
Well,
about that.
he figured out that you already opened up the secret door in this room, so he's like, I can't do help with that. But he will tell you that if you just go a little further to Borbo's room, you can find a secret stash of goodies.
All right, fair enough. Which way is that? Downstairs?
I
West.
like goodies.
West and the north. Go down the
West of the
hall
north.
and then take the right door. Don't
Okay.
take the left
Oh.
door, that's where he does the sneaky things.
That wasn't here before, I believe. Oh wait, no, it was. Sorry.
Left. Don't do left. So that's don't do the one south. If I
Sure. The one on the north.
yes.
I am just so glad I can tell the direction. Cardinal directions while underground.
These directions are for your characters because it's easier for you as players. Otherwise, you constantly have to go like, okay, what direction would my character face? And while that's
Sure.
cute, that makes a hell of a lot more sense when you're playing something like Grimrock.
That is true. There's a pile of arrow shafts on the ground or something.
All right. Well, following Burble's instructions, you find a little thing in the wall that you can pull out, like a brick, and behind that brick is like a small cavity, in which you will find goodies that are going to go into your loot bag. It's a shard of jade, a silver statue of two succubi. They're smooching, and a slick gem, a slick rune.
Heckin' scandalous.
They're added to your inventory now.
Ooh, slick. I'm going to hand that over directly to Mr. Staccato. He keeps getting grabbed the shit out of him all the time.
Wait, what is it?
It is a slick rune that you apply to your clothes or armor. Well, it says armor. I assume the clothes qualify for that. That makes it look as if you are coated with a thin film of oil, and you get a +1 item bonus to acrobatics checks to escape and squeeze. So, you're going to be slippery.
Yeah. I'm already kind of an oily looking sort of guy.
I
So
know.
this just adds to the aesthetic.
Yes. So,
It's like a buff.
It keeps your hair in a dew.
I would like to keep. I would like to make our local greaser a little greasy, a little more greasy, greasier.
Okay.
Besides telling you,
Staccato with a greaser aesthetic.
oh, man, I can't believe it. Besides these delightful tips, Borbo will tell you that Mr. Master Volok was a powerful mastermind. A drow, one of those dark cave elves.
Yeah, that might explain why they were leaving.
Occultist craftsman. Ooh, he really liked a book lady down below.
We've heard her flip.
And he really liked Mr. Belcora, who was super scary.
Our buddy Inger seems to know stuff about that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh,
What
we can
would
talk
I
about that on the way home, I suppose.
Yes.
One more thing is that he'll tell you a weakness of Volok in case you run into him, because he's a scary man. If you show, he's a very vain and cruel man. But if you show, I imagine that whatever he is right now, if you show him a nice picture of him, such as a painting, or maybe you can do a little sketch of him, and threaten to destroy it or something, or he's like really ugly and he's like, oh no, my old self, yeah, you could probably get him on the back foot.
Ooh.
Is that painting in the corridor that was shredded him, or was it somebody else?
Yeah, that used to be him, back when he was, back when it wasn't all destroyed.
Are there any shreds left, like below the painting?
Nothing that would qualify for use on this particular idea.
Fair enough. Well, I was thinking about like mending, but we need all the parts. Fair enough.
Mending would have worked if you had more, but it's like the most important parts are missing.
True. Fair enough. Well, we can ask Rin or somebody in the town in case they might have a portrait of that person somewhere, like in a museum or whatever.
Or we can just like fake it from description.
Give me a moment.
Let's find a starving artist and commission them for some art of this individual, and then we're gonna ask it to make it extra pretty, so we could shred it in front of him. Gosh.
Actually,
This is next level bullying.
You know what? What we could do? We could just strap the painting to Inger's shield and then use Inger as a front woman. I don't know with dwarves.
If
you-
it had like
He'll be
those
afraid to strike
Dorian
himself.
Gray, yeah, if it had like Dorian Gray characteristics, it could bring him damage, at least emotional damage. To see it get wrecked in battle.
Yes. We're gonna call ourselves the Psyop Gang because physical wounds heal.
you done.
Yes.
Borbo will tell you that he knows that there is another painting of him made at some point, which might be down below in the archives. If you can't find one in town.
That's very cute.
Let's see, is there anything else that Borbo feels particularly to tell you? Oh, nothing really. His memory is fading a bit. I mean, to be fair, he's been stuck in a little bird body for so long.
It'd be like that.
Nice. Well, hey, if you want to go back to town, you might as well start going.
Yes. Let's bunch up together so we can get teleported.
Before we go on, first and foremost, 60 more experience points for everyone. For
Okay,
resolving the Borbo situation.
That puts us at
Nice.
650.
We're at 650.
Yes.
650, yes.
Two.
And then we return to old Ari. Da 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 da. You return back to town with a bag full of treasure and a body full of injuries. Or one of you, at least.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'll be
I
fine.
got beat up a little. Just a smidge.
Don't forget to buy light sources, wands, scrolls, potions, tips and tricks. Don't forget to bribe Cranky Kong for tips on how to get the DK coins.
Well, the moment I get 15 gold pieces total, I'm going to purchase an ever-burning torch for myself.
And a big roll of duct tape, presumably.
Well, it doesn't burn. I can literally hold it in my mouth.
When was duct tape invented? Let's take a look-see.
Well, ducks were invented, I believe, in 1500s.
Uh-huh.
It's not real. But be silly.
It's like 18th century, apparently. Dang. Or like 19th, excuse me. So, pretty old and might exist in a world of alchemists.
Yes.
So if you really want, I guess you could buy a roll of duct tape. Now then, kids. You spend a day in town, which means you can take your rest, get all your hit points back and your resolve points and all your thises and that's, and take care of all your business and sell your stuff and buy your things. Rin, of course, will be delighted to hear about how things are going and hopefully that, you know, the lighthouse doesn't start shooting up new skeletons anymore. Like, how long are you thinking that's going to take? Hopefully not too long.
Yeah. So we actually found the lighthouse. We found the big. It was a beautiful, beautiful lamp. Just gotta say, God, that was. Oh baby, that was a nice lamp. Anyway, I mean, I hate to say it, but if we want to turn it off, we gotta go deep. We gotta go down. I think we gotta go like way down. And the problem with down is that the more down you go, the stronger the motherfuckers get that try to fuck you up. So, you know, it's not quite the simple go up, turn off the light kind of process that we were hoping for.
I can try to do research on my end, but I'm certain that your plan might just work too.
Turn off giant lamp. Like, I mean, you know, or like move it, you know, and maybe put it in town. People could go watch it. It'd be great.
Or maybe paint it.
Oh, we could paint it. Yeah, make it nice. Make it real nice.
Or, you know, blackout lights. Got blackout paint. That's something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
By the way, since you've been gone, I've decided to do some slight research.
Yeah.
I've discovered that apparently the whole tower's structure used to have a network of magical teleportation circles.
Cool.
We've discovered one platform like that.
Yes. I believe that there is one on every floor, at the very least, and additionally, it turns out that Bakura may have been researching means of reactivating old portals as well. So, if you do stumble across some inert ones, you may be able to flick them back on if you could find such ritual.
That sounds very practical.
And perhaps we could even build one in here so that you don't even have to walk to Gauntlet anymore.
Nice. Those sound like really good options.
I like this idea.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to discuss? Because it sounds to me like you are making the slow and steady progress that will eventually lead to victory.
All right. Well,
We're at Ren's, right? Should we introduce the doll?
yes, that would be good. We've
Yeah.
got a friend down there, and they said they would love to get to know you as well. It's Borbo.
It's Borbo. Oh my, a tiny doll man, is it?
Yes, they contain a soul of an actual living being.
I see. How, quaint. It's a living person, yes?
We'd like to think it is living.
Hmm.
It is tied. Its soul is tied to a preserved body in a jar, back in
Yeah.
next to the gauntlet. But it's like not dangerous if you require that to swing by and bring.
Nah,
one over.
she'll think on it and do a little research before she gets too involved in dangerous things.
That's fair enough. But they wanted to go somewhere more interesting than a dusty room that nobody visited for centuries. So we thought, you know,
This place seems nice.
And
Yeah.
easy
It's a nice
to
place
agree
to
with
hang out.
sentiment. Whoa.
Sorry,
everything okay.
I snored.
And easy to
Got a bit
agree
of
with
cat.
sentiment indeed. Well then, he is welcome to stick around, although perhaps I feel we would be more at home inside of an inn. But we will figure these things out and see if anything is needed by the poor little thing.
I mean, if they actually wish to, do some work and they don't want to help you around the
Yeah.
place, maybe being an entertainer in an inn would be neat.
It's always a question how much they'll be good for that, but hey.
Look,
This
if
is
they know goblin songs, I'm sure they can entertain the crowd.
The world's tiniest shift manager. Get to talk to
The one and
people,
only, the
you start
goblin doll performer. It's like we do have an invisible ventriloquist in this fine establishment.
It's true.
Absolutely. Ah,
Okay, well, while all that is happening, I would like to go. Please take a look at our loot sheet. Take what you need, and then I'm going to sell off valuables and such.
Let's see.
I'm gonna
Loot
take that
sheet.
scroll.
What is a rune stone?
A runestone is something we use to transfer runes from one item or weapon to another.
Holy water sounds pretty useful. I feel like we chuck that on someone.
True, we found a couple bottles before. I've taken one already. You guys take the rest if you need it.
does
when
anybody
you will-
mind if I claim the antler arrow and the vine arrow?
Go
No,
for it.
absolutely not.
I might take that potion. How do I move this to my?
You click and drag on your sheet, and then just in case you took like more than one, you just reduce the amount appropriately because it only moves one item, I believe.
Oh, I can open my sheet and that sheet.
Click and drag, yes.
Man, that's amazing.
here we go, click and drag.
All right,
All right.
so I'm gonna take.
I don't suppose anyone is interested in shade and the silver statue.
I am not particularly, no.
Fair enough. In that case, I'm going to just pawn them off.
Get 'em.
That would be click and click, and they go for full price, so that's good. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Or
take these
say-
poisons.
Do it.
Sure, go ahead.
There's also blowgun darts.
I don't believe we have a blowgun.
You do not. No, I've got crossbow bolts, but that's completely different.
I used to use blowguns, but then
Well,
I
in that case, we can just sell them off at half the price. For 5 silver pieces. Excuse me, copper pieces. So that's 2.5.
go.
Actually, we have 7 of them.
Like the
Oh, well.
spyglass is pretty freaking cool.
I like the idea of spyglass. We just wander around the
We did-
dungeon with it
We
to
did,
our eye.
however, return the spyglass to the ghost, so we don't have
Oh,
that one.
okay.
Ah,
So
okay.
let's yeet it.
Who wants the healing potion?
I already took the ones that I needed. Feel free to divide them between yourselves.
Oh, there's
I'm
a
gonna-
there's 3 of them. So I'm gonna take one.
Same. I'm also gonna nab one.
Or take. No, wait. Should I take the last one?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yep, absolutely. I'm 100% behind the healer keeping potions on their person.
Does anybody want that sword cane?
It's so cool. Like the aesthetics are amazing, but it's like it's not a very good weapon.
That's
I
true.
mean, you can buff it up with runes, right? And kind
You
of
just
Right,
carry it
but
as
just
a walking stick.
but
Yeah.
the it doesn't have deadly, it doesn't have disarm or trap or anything like that. It's just it's
Then
got
just
agile
carry,
and finesse.
then just carry it as for the looks, and then discard it when the battle starts.
Yeah.
Or you can bonk somebody with
Or
it.
we can
Or,
sell it.
Or we
poke
can
things.
sell it right now.
It
Joe
goes
is the
for
Why not?
best.
half, so we're going to get 22 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces. Everybody down with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, 22 gold.
Is
5 silver.
anybody calling dibs on the culture of snare?
No, you can have that.
All yours.
I like
Okay.
the variety of containment options that we have.
Just don't
I'll
forget
take
to
the
actually
second
use them.
set of thieves tools in case I break mine.
There.
Wait, when did you break yours?
No, in case I break mine.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, here we go. Would we like to purchase anything? Is there anything that we can purchase that will improve our chances? Like a make Staccato's weapon, striking, or my weapon, striking. I believe I
My
only need
weapon is
65 gold pieces.
my weapon is already striking. It's I think
Now yours is +1.
I have potency. Yeah, I mean I certainly wouldn't mind. How much does striking cost?
65 gold pieces.
I mean, I feel like how many gold pieces do we have total? Yeah.
Currently we have 110, 35 silver.
Yeah, either way is fine. What damage that is your weapon do?
Mine,
Yeah.
1d6, and I do a lot of attacks, but not a whole lot of them hit usually.
Right. Yeah,
We
why
can
don't you
trade
go
it.
ahead and put it striking on yours? That's fine.
Sure, fair enough.
Because I've got like the other things that carry my damage, my precision damage and stuff.
Taffy.
And good, Inger, you already have one of those, right? Striking.
No, I believe they only have +1.
Let me see. Versatile, evocation, magical for now. Yeah, I don't have a striking. It's just a +1.
Okay, so it's a potency.
I
Yes.
think so.
Taffy, would you be okay with me grabbing a rune?
Rune of what?
Of striking.
Why? If you can afford it, you can buy it.
Sure. Everybody cool with that?
Yes.
Sure.
Alright, fair enough. I'm going to subtract 65 gold. I'm going to make my hand wraps striking. There we go. Close. Let's test it real quick. There we go.
Cool. Nice.
Alright,
Ew.
fair enough. Now, since we've run into this invisible monster, and the only thing that I had in large quantity that I could throw was coins, is it possible for me to actually just buy like a bag of flour?
Why not?
Flower is nice.
Who knows? Maybe
Lighter
nobody
than
will
sand.
sell flour to a lizard.
I'd like to buy a thing of alchemical fire.
Alchemist fire,
How much
yeah.
is that? Alchemist fire.
Unfortunately, Argus, Pathfinder 2e does not list prices for flour, which in turn means that you cannot buy such an item. It does not exist. You do not have
That's
permission
what
to
I was-
buy these things. I waggled my
Yeah.
finger.
Flour.
That's why I was asking about it.
Now you
You
can
don't
buy a
have
bag
flour
of.
power?
You can buy a big old bag of flour.
Fair enough.
Which-
That'd be like half a silver. That'd be like 10 copper or something.
No, a pound of wheat is a copper. A pound of flour is 2 copper.
Gotcha.
And these are like pre-silver prices, so they're probably like fractions of a copper. Like this is the thing with the silver standard. I don't think people understand. The copper, man, you can buy a lot of flour. Shit's cheap.
I mean, you asked the DM for Hey DM, can I get 1,500 gold pieces for plate armor? That buys 1.5 million ball bearings like a boss.
The economy cannot support this mad purchase.
Yes, exactly.
Also, you mentioned chisel and hammer. How do I look up those?
Well, you could probably buy both for a couple of copper, man. This is nothing too expensive there.
Yeah, I would like to acquire. I just don't know how to add it because all I'm getting is a guiding chisel.
What?
That's weird.
You can
Yeah, like,
you can
I
just
would
click the
prefer.
you can just click the little plus and add an item that's called a chisel. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, doke. Nice. Okay.
Just rename it yourself to chisel.
Uh,
Don't make it armor though. I don't want you wearing that. It's
Yeah.
not as good as your hide. Although maybe you
Yeah.
should consider buying
That
something
is-
other than hide armor.
Yeah, I would definitely like to look into that. Just let me like not misclick.
Like, if I'm correct, if you buy even just splint mail, you can. Oh, I mean, you're a dwarf, so your speed doesn't go down, huh?
Yeah.
I think so, at least. I think unburdened iron is a. No, that's not a universal thing, is it? Oh. What is it with this fucking game? Dwarves don't get unburdened iron, but it's like a physiological feature of them. They're stout, but they don't care about being weighed down.
You can.
Hello.
Hello.
I take umbrage with this decision, as one would say. It's like, oh, you get a slower speed, but you gotta take a feat if you want that slower speed to mean anything. Ugh, I say that it still counts. In my heart. It's just how that works.
Okay.
Point is, if you want to buy it, you can get splint or full or half. It doesn't really matter. They all essentially up your armor class by 1, if you have the strength to use them properly, at least.
What's your
Yours,
strength, by
yeah,
the way?
yeah, 18. They can wear all the way to full plate without any hassle.
Holy shit.
Oh,
bench pressing.
big! It will
Oh,
give you a
whoa.
bump of 1 more armor class.
Sure. Don't mind if I do.
Don't forget to repair your shield too.
Yes, this is the next thing in line.
If you happen to have 100 gold pieces lying around, buying a minor sturdy shield may also not be a bad idea. It's basically a shield of your shield, but that's a bit expensive right now.
True. I'm going to move the gold that I have on me to our loot pile because it's fine if you need to use it.
Yeah, well, you can always throw all the gold together and then use the distribute button, and it automatically gives everyone their share.
Alright.
Yeah, same.
There we go.
Like, we're just gonna eat mine here. There we go.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So, new armor is how much? The one that bumps me up in armor class?
The cheapest is 13, and it's called Splint Mail.
Splint mail looks badass. Love it.
Yes.
A fresh steel shield is 2 gold pieces.
Does anybody have any intentions that would prevent me from spending those 15 gold?
Not right now. No, I got a weapon upgrade, so that's fine.
Although, since you have crafting, if you have a repair kit, you could probably repair a shield in your own spare time without any hassle either.
Yeah, we do basically get a whole day of downtime.
Would the repaired shield be any weaker than the other one?
Not unless you have a specific like.
The shield
repair
does
one.
not suffer any particular damage, so the shield, once repaired, is the same as it was before. That's what repairs are for.
There
Okay,
is a
then
feat that allows you to repair it like on the spot in like 5 seconds as an action or something in the server, but it's going to be makeshift and it's going to be like half a hit point, I think.
I do not know. So I would like to nab that armor that bumps me up class and a repair kit at whatever grocery store we have to fix up my sword.
2 gold pieces for a repair kit. So you can do it on the go. And some splint.
Thank you. And I'm down with selling my hide armor.
Hide armor sells for a gold piece.
There we go. Okay. And do we have the time for me to repair the thing?
Probably.
In a
It takes like 10 minutes to do it normally, so you have like the whole time to take your time and fix it up.
Yeah, I can like chill at Ren's, chat.
No hassle, no sazzle.
Oh yeah, okay, so heal shield doing good. And I remove this repair kit, right?
Alright.
Or do I get like an extra repair kit to have on the go?
I mean, the repair kit is one bulk. You can just carry it with you.
Oh, cool. Okay,
I
then.
don't believe
Then that's
it's expended.
Nope.
yeah.
It's not full up.
So
Some items are expended though. Not this one.
okay then. If it's not just gonna vanish, then okay. Thank you.
Careful though, you are encumbered with all this stuff you're hucking around, and your speed is reduced to 15 feet.
What could I ditch?
That's not good.
Okay, so I basically need to drop one thing. I could sell. What is the elm? What does elm mean?
Light bulk. 10 light bulk makes 1 bulk, but if it's a fraction,
would
it doesn't do
suggest
anything.
Putting some things in your backpack just in case, just to see if that reduces the bulk.
No, it doesn't.
Actually, it would. The backpack, I think. Here, the rules for the backpack.
Oh.
The first 2 bulk. So if you put something in it that's a bulk, you get rid of it.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yes.
Yeah,
didn't
put
know that.
the repair kit in your backpack.
Yeah. The repair kit is gone.
Dunzo Kablamzo. It does not apparently fix the problem. I don't get it. Oh wait, that's because because you're not apparently wearing it. There, problem solved. Baboom.
Okay, there we go. Love that.
Apparently you were just carrying it in your hand the whole time. What?
That sounds
That's
freaking
interesting.
amazing.
Anyway, because being a bit of a baby boy.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna switch to. I didn't think I'd be able to pick that up all the way out there. I'll switch to push to talk.
That is fair enough.
He does not want to take his nap.
There we go. Well, is everyone ready to go?
Yes, I am. While
Cool.
we're moving back, I'm going to step away for just 1 second and grab a drink. Because my throat is getting.
I still haven't been able to find out the cost of a alchemist fire.
Alchemist
Alchemical
fire.
items bombs. Let's take a look. See, alchemist fire. Lesser is 3 gold pieces per.
Yeah, I'll pick up one of those.
1d8 fire damage, 1 persistent fire damage, 1 splash. Splash is really good against swarms and things that make up mass, and hey, persistence always great if something has a weakness. Because weakness applies every time it takes that persistent damage, so 1 can become 6 or more. Don't underestimate the other ones, like Bottle Lightning and Blight Bomb. They all have their uses.
Cool.
Anyway, in the morning, you are presented with a polite note that informs you that Winnie has served their community sentence, since you guys appear to be competent adventurers.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Good for them.
she's
Congrats.
Winnie's gone.
So you
I
don't have to
miss
worry
you
about that
so much.
whiny little thing following you around no more. But hey, back to the dungeon you go, I presume.
Can I just like pay forward for a beverage at Winnie's favorite tavern?
Probably.
Just like a little just as a little bit of a congratulations.
Probably. Don't worry about it. I mean,
Uh,
you can always pay
but-
ahead for someone, yes.
Yeah, that's it. Just
Nice.
so they know we noticed.
Since you're going back to the dungeon, what floor would you like to go to directly? Because you've pretty much explored all there is on the first floor, other than one tiny chamber, but hey. That was a secret you're going to find eventually anyway. You want to go to floor 2, see about those, about that other room you were told not to go into by Borbo?
Yes.
Or maybe you feel like you purchased a ghost touch weapon and feel like fighting shadows? Wouldn't recommend it though.
We haven't purchased a ghost touch.
Well, then you shouldn't go fight shadows.
Until we have a dedicated ghost hunter.
Alright.
Quick question. I forgot to check in town. Do they have a portrait of that person?
Not really. The guy is ancient.
Fair enough. Well, that's what portraits are for. Usually they're.
There might be his interest in historical value, but such an item would have been removed from the town by an interested collector by now.
Dang it. Fair enough. Oh well.
Okay, we tried.
Well, which floor do you want to go to? The second one, see about that room Borbo told you about, or go straight to
Yep.
floor 3 and see what's up over there?
Let's try the second floor first.
Yeah, why not?
That sounds like a slightly more safe endeavor.
It's a cold and clammy morning, and it's really going to sink into your clothes soon enough, but luckily you get there before Before the warmth of doing a little exercise is overtaken by the cold of being outside, you are back underground where the rain can't get you. Take that, rain!
Wow, okay. No need to be personal.
I can punch rain.
No, you cannot.
Argus, you have purchased an ever-burning torch, was it?
Yes.
I think if I push... Let me just put you in another room so I can test this out for myself. And I can... where is it? You purchased the item, right? So it should be somewhere in your inventory.
I'm not seeing it. Let me just add it.
I'm doing that right now. There you go. Okay, if I equip it, I think it automatically adds it. No, it doesn't automatically add a light source. Okay, cool. How much is this? 40, right? 40. Torches are 40.
Click. Yeah, and in case we do need to hide, it's easy to just conceal it because the flame does not actually burn.
Yeah, you can just stuff it in your pocket, really. Or under your shirt.
Yes.
Well, Argus, here you go. You got your own little light source. Aren't you just proud?
Yeah, it's still loading for me though. I'm refreshing. There might be some issues with that.
I'm gonna bop my light spell on
There we go.
Staccato then. Because I have dark vision and I don't need to see light.
Fancy.
Delightful.
Yes.
What a charmer.
Delightful. Okay, so we do have from the outlines of stuff that I see a few doors that we haven't opened just yet. You guys like to go and poke around there,
Let's do it.
see what kind of trouble we can find in here.
Yes,
All right.
please.
Well, in that case, yeah, that's gonna be moving.
If you want to find trouble, you got to find yourself some rats.
Yes. Make all
Wait,
the rules.
which group are we? Which set of tokens are we?
Why is Winnie still
This one.
here?
This one, okay.
Fun.
Because Winnie's hanging out with us.
I thought Winnie finished her community service and isn't hanging out with us anymore.
Well, that's because you're at the wrong group. And because we don't have stairs anymore, everything is harder now.
Fair rights denied.
Anyway, you're right over here. And there's the door to the south, beckoning you. It's a strong door with a metal latch on it to boot.
Are you ready?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Let's do it.
Yeah, sweet. Just do that.
Still doesn't give me the light source though. Could you replace the token real quick? She's not touching it.
You do have the light source, Argus. You can see here in this room at all.
That does make sense. Fair enough.
It's just not as bright as before.
Got it.
Okay, room description time, baby. A large metal table fitted with leather straps and iron bands sit in the center of this room. A certain contraption seems to be pot spyglass and pot mechanical drill sits at the head of the table. A sparkling black gemstone glitters in the metal framework built into the machine's side. Additionally, on top of the table is a rather large worm.
Oh.
It's got a picture, because it's a spooky worm.
Oh, that's gross.
Here you go. Once you
I
enter
assume
into
it's
the
not-
room, its head lifts up briefly as it picks up on your vibrations,
Disgusting.
and then it presumably will try to eat you.
Oh my god.
Presumably.
Did you know you're full of blood, and it likes blood?
I
Does
do?
anybody speak worm?
Excuse me, I am?
Well, not for long.
Oh my goodness,
This
why?
thing- If this thing gets us, we're not gonna be full of anything. Especially not life.
If it drinks my blood, I'm gonna drink all of its blood. It's only fair.
Argus, you, however, are quicker to react than it. Go!
Alright, let's see what I can do. I'm gonna punch the shit out of you.
It's this large, writhing worm's mouth drips with digestive fluids. Its many tiny fangs eager to latch on and drain you of all your lively fluids.
I'm gonna smash it with an uppercut. Let's see if it has a jaw. That's the one. Excuse me, why is it rolling privately again? It's supposed to be a public roll.
Now it is.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
You can right-click it and set it to be public.
Alright, well,
2 hits, AC 19, baby.
alright, fair enough. That's the damage for the first one. That's the damage for the second one. And then I'm gonna. Excuse me. Wait. Hold on. It shouldn't be. That.
Donk.
Wow. For some reason, the measuring tool is on instead of. Damn it.
You've got
Switch
this.
back and forth. Can I move my token? No, I can't move my token. Apparently.
No token rights for you.
Yeah, apparently I don't have any rights. Anyway, I would like to move to the other room. Just jump through there. Let the fighter deal with this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Chiharu.
Uh, I can see it, can't I?
You can
Scary.
definitely see this large writhing mass slide into view.
Divine Lance for evil damage. No, for good damage. I'm not evil.
You shoot a ray of goodness! Roll me goodness damage. Goodness
There
me.
we go.
Critical.
Holy
I'm
shit.
getting a lot of crits. Wait, does this not do anything on the critical?
It does
It
do
does
double
double
damage on a
damage.
critical.
Double damage.
Wow, wow, wow. A pulse of goodness energy resonates through it. It is vulnerable to goodness.
Like us.
Mr. Wall Paneling, how you doing?
Mr. Boss.
Wall paneling? What?
Well, staccato is a wall thing, right?
It's a music thing.
Is it
maybe.
now? Hold on.
Stucco is a wall thing.
Oh no, staccato's a musical thing. Excuse me, I got myself mixed up.
Yeah, you're good.
Is this thing sentient enough to be like intimidated?
Intimidating? I don't
Probably
think
yes.
it has eyes.
All right, let's give it a shot. There we
Holy
go.
fucking shit.
Well,
I quit.
it's spooked and scared.
Intimidate. Cool. Alrighty, then I'm going to give it. Let's see. Put on my flat-footed panache. Good stuff. Finisher. Let's go. God damn it.
You could probably drink you. You could probably drink in one sip.
Yeah. All right. Let me. That wasn't my whole turn.
Yep, you intimidated, moved, attacked. Inger, it's your turn. Did you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Hello. Let me attack the boy. Move in and let's try out what it feels like to use a Morning Star when you have even less to fear when it comes to retaliation. Bada bing.
Hit!
Nice.
Damage.
It certainly is.
Thought you were going to move that +1 from your
AC.
Morning Star to your Longsword, but hey. Like I said,
Its AC is dropped by 2.
yes, I know.
From
But that doesn't make it a critical.
Oh.
Doesn't make it a hit, though. Alright, that's 2 of your actions. You have 1 left. Would you like to raise your shield or something?
Can you just tell me if the thing in the middle of the room is that like a pillar or
That's an operating table of sorts.
okay, then a shield raised.
Marvelous. The large creature wanted to get a bite out of Argus, but I guess this stubby little dwarf will have to do.
This you think?
Is that really the amount of damage this thing does? It's always a good thing when Jim says that, right? Yes, it is.
Wow.
It's just that oomphy with its bite.
Did you take the -2 to attack?
If you look at the modifiers at the top, yep, it automatically includes it.
Oh, it automatically does that. Oh, that's fine.
-2.
Once it's hit you, it uses the grab part to grab you. Oh, yeah, that reduces the damage by. Oh, first let me give you your shield hit points back. Reduces it by 5, and then you and your shield takes 7, so your shield is now 13 hit points, and you are at whatever you are at if you take 7 hit points damage.
Please hold.
It then grabs you. Its many tiny teeth have bitten into you. Your shield blocks it partially, but it still manages to grip firmly. It then takes a sip. A big, fat sip right out of you.
Ooh. Gross. I would like to scream.
That's a lot of blood. Argus, your friend is getting sucked blooded. Or blood sucked.
Yeah, I can see that. So I'm gonna move.
You can't see that because there's a wall in the way. You're standing in the middle of the room.
That's true. But I might be able to move over here to make it flanking. And I'm gonna strike it right at the back of its head.
Kapush
Punch
kapow.
bastard.
Kapush kapow.
Excuse me.
Mother sucker.
Is there
Hey,
a
just one thing I
modifier?
want to point out. Yeah, it doesn't lose its frightened condition because it didn't attack me. I'm just that annoying.
Wait, excuse me.
What the
What is
fuck?
this about the frightened condition?
What the fuck?
The frightened condition normally would drop by 1, but it doesn't because I have a feat that makes it so unless it attacks me, it doesn't lose its frightened condition. It's antagonize.
It can't
Uh,
decrease to less than 1.
It was a 2, so it goes down to 1.
Oh, okay.
Well, Argus, I gotta say that you know,
It's
listen,
very soft.
it's
My punch is
very
just-
soft.
Yes. I'm gonna have to wait for it to fill up with blood first.
Ugh.
You can't whack the meat.
Chiharu, it's a messy eater, and some of the blood that splatters onto it immediately begins to essentially harden and necrosis. You have this nagging feeling in your head that you might be dealing with an undead, with how blood reacts to being on top of it.
It's
That
cold.
is very gross. I don't like undead.
Disrupt!
Just look at me far away in the corner.
For some reason, the DC buttons don't work anymore. I think we have to rebuild your stats, your sheets, and the spells and everything, which sounds like a pain. But luckily, I can just click it. It takes half, though. Okay, as it is reaching 50%, we'll get to that. Mr. Staccato.
Alrighty. I'm going to trying to move into position for to flank. I cannot see anything, so is that possible?
You're flanking. Go nuts.
Did you pick
Sweet.
up the holy weapon that you had? I'd used myself, but my turn is like in 5 people.
I have a holy weapon. What?
Holy water.
You
Oh,
said
the
it was
water.
useful. I assumed you took one.
Yeah,
Since
I
it's
did.
dead, maybe.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Why would you assume it's undead?
Because you told us like a few minutes ago.
I didn't tell any one of you anything. I told Chiharu that he might have a suspicion it's undead.
Ah, well, in that case, we have
That's
no
true.
reason to use it. There
Yeah, I
we
would
go.
have
because
no
Chikara
reason
didn't
to.
tell us.
Plus, I just I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. It's because I used it, but I guess I.
Additionally, while holy water is fantastic, it tends to work way better or more standard undead.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Fair
Okay.
enough. You know what? Yeah,
Alright.
that's a good. That's a good.
It's actually amazing against zombies because they're weak to positive, so
That's not gonna do it.
definitely not. Its armor class is still 18.
What the heck?
All right, I'll try with the multi-attack penalty. I hate that one. No.
Oof, Inger.
Cool.
Inger, he's got you. You can feel the suction on your veins as he's gonna take another.
Ooh, this is gonna leave a sick scar in it. I would like to bonk it with my Morning Star, but at like to the side, trying to rip it
Slash.
off or flip it to the side. But yeah, let us attempt. Please, Andre. Don't be a bitch.
Well, you definitely deal a critical hit with that. Jesus.
I do a bonk.
That is one hell of a clunk. As you begin to damage it, you can tell that whatever is on the inside of this large thing is starting to like bubble up and inflate. It's staggered,
Here.
but it ain't down yet.
Not for now. Well, since the bonking does seem to be working, let's give it another bonk.
Bonkity boonkity.
Holy fucking shit!
Yeah.
We got the lady with the double crits.
This is the thing that's happening, and
Damn.
for my last one, I'd like to just like raise my shield back up and then push back with it, just like keeping it as far away as possible while it is already bursting.
Luckily, you have your shield up, or that will be a critical hit.
Oh yeah.
Also, it's rolling absolute trash for damage. It renews the grab, for 1. 2, it will do a little extra blood. So you take a total of 17 damage. I assume you're going to reduce some of that with your shield.
Yes, please.
Alright. Then that 17 goes down to 10 damage.
Okay.
And your shield has not much left. Ooh, man, it's really taking that beating. It's broken again now, but which means it no longer increases your armor class. But hey, you still got that shield. Additionally, a quick thing that I would need to point out, you are drained 1 until you receive some kind of healing. Because it-
Ooh, where is drained one?
Let me just apply it for you. There you go. It reduces your fort saves and your hit points.
Oh,
It
yeah.
sucks.
And I'm at what hit points?
You took 12 in total. Because it was
So
17
I'm
and you
down.
reduced it by 5.
Okay. So I'm at 6 right now. Oh.
Reactive
Juicy.
shield, by the way, is not what you're looking for. You're looking for shield block. Reactive shield is if you haven't raised your shield yet.
Just use
Ooh,
your
okey doke.
reaction.
Thank you.
I mean, I know what you mean, and that's all that matters. Argus,
Yeah.
you're not too
Yes.
sure how much longer Inger is going to be around at this rate.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it possible for me to attempt to, like, pull it off of her?
If you want to help her with escaping, then that's fine by me, yes. You can roll athletics
Okay.
or an unarmed attack.
Well, I'll trust my athletics more than I'll trust that at this point, but, you know, I'll still probably roll horribly. Yeah, see.
That's valid.
It whips its tail at you, but it can't counter grab you, so hey.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I'm going to tap that again with the penalty. So I might fall over.
With the penalty, unfortunately, you fail because you're up against DC 21.
And it would have been... And with the penalty, it becomes just +2 instead of +7, correct?
Yeah, it becomes a 16.
Alright, fair enough. Well, I'll stay here and provide the...
You have one action left. What do you want to do with it?
Well, you know what? It's free anyway, so I'm going to just do the multiple attack penalty -8. See if I can crit with that. Flurry of blows. Let's do it. There's one. There's two. Nope.
You tried.
Well, actually, that first one is a hit because you're flanking.
Is
And-
But
and
it's-
it can't reduce the
right, because
frightened.
it's total. Gotcha. Okay. Well, in that case, it takes this much damage.
Well, would you look at that? You can start to hear this bubbling and brewing on the inside.
Yeah, next turn I'm flipping the table and pulling it under it. Or something.
The table is bolted to the ground,
Oh, shit.
so please do
well,
not try to flip it. You're gonna throw your back out.
Yeah, figures.
Do you want me to not hit it, or
I don't know. Go ahead. We'll...
Protect the
Right.
sacrifice is a reaction, by the way. So
oh yeah, needs to be within
no need to
30
be
feet.
proactive about it, Bucko.
Yeah, divine lance, because that seemed to work better.
Kapow! Critical.
What the hell?
All of my attacks have been crits.
Chiha-
Chiharu is blessed by the gods.
It's the quiet ones.
See,
Always
it's
watch out.
the 1,010 years of blessing, dude. It's working out.
Mr. Staccato, there's a good chance that if you try to poke it with your hands, it's gonna burst in a big old splatter of something gooey.
Ew.
What is it,
That
foam?
gets on me.
I
You're
will
cleaning.
poke it with a rapier instead.
I just remembered I gotta walk my sister's dog. That's great. Alright, go ahead and give it a go. Man, Chiharu, stop sucking up all the luck.
Anything today.
And Inger,
Yeah.
too. Don't forget, Inger just twice critted.
We're doing.
She's my
good
cousin,
today.
twice critted.
All right. Yeah. I'll. I don't know. I guess I'll try hitting again.
Give it the old college try. That's a hit.
Holy shit.
There we go.
Show me the goods.
Nice.
Show me the goods! Excellent.
I
You've
guess
destroyed
beat
it.
up. Guess it beat up
Bad
more
side.
than-
Destroying it is a bad thing to do when you're close to it.
Yes.
Whoa, Jesus.
Ah, hell.
Okay.
A 20.
20 feet.
Burst! Even Chiharu in the back is hit with this blast of dried necrotic blood that sucks the vitality out of you.
Let's see.
DC 21, a reflex save from everyone, please.
I'm gonna preemptively hero point that.
Same. 4 plus 4.
The success boys get 11.
We succeed.
Argus gets 15.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. One more, Chiharu. What do you got to say? Chiharu is... That's not a crit at the very least. You take 15 as well. That's 15 for Argus, 15 for Chiharu, and 11 for the other two boys.
Gotcha.
And after a moment, the bloody rain settles on the local environment. And the chill of, the grave kind of starts to wear off a little bit. So that's nice.
Gross.
that is so enriching and fun.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably like entirely exploded. So it's just this large open carcass on the ground.
Gross.
Hey.
That doesn't even look tasty.
Who? It's. Some of it is my blood. Don't try to tasty me.
Oh, you aren't dead yet.
That's
So
one
if
way
I
to
were
put it.
dead, it would be okay.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah, she sucked in some of your blood and then exploded it. So yeah, your blood is all over us now. I wonder if dwarf's
No,
blood smells different.
Before any happens, I'm going to poke around the corner and I just close this door for now. Then
Yeah.
I would like to take a look around the room, or documents or any of the sort, because this is clearly an.
If there were any documents here, they'd be soaked in blood.
That's true, but usually they're closed in like folders or books with covers.
I appreciate your optimism. There are no documents in this room. However, you do manage to find that the pretty little gemstone in the machine is pretty. It's an onyx worth 25 gold pieces if you want to take it.
I will. Thank you very much.
The machine lets out a frustrated noise, as if it shuts down, having lost its power source. You now have an onyx in your loot sheet.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything under the table? It's probably like an extension of this machinery down there.
Nothing too exciting under the table, I'm afraid.
Does the table itself does it do anything interesting?
It's got
Or
that
does it
telescopic
require-
drill that would go straight into a person's head, judging by how the straps are laid out.
Is that worm a person before? Yeah.
I mean, if anything were to make people into worms, it would probably be a hellish machine like this, yes.
When I took out the onyx gem, did the like the remains of the worm do anything?
No. The worm is separate from the machine in that respect.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Well,
Is there any point to dismantling some of the machinery?
No, the rest of it is all lost much of its potency and power and isn't all that exciting. Unless you happen to know someone who's interested in a torture machine, in which case you could probably sell it. But you'd have to talk to the Hell Knights.
That,
That's
and I
true.
mean, Argus is literally right here, so...
I don't think.
Argus, would you like a brain can opener? Because this thing you could might turn into a brain can opener.
oh my God, I do have a perfect image for that as well. Hold on.
Oh, good lord. Freaking you.
Listen, if you want to do Kalgora, you could sell this to the Illithid. I'll tell you that much.
Yes, that's true. No.
Let's
Hold on
leave
here.
it alone.
When Inger tells Argus that they might just be interested in this thing, this is what they do. Out of character, time to shine. Inger, okay, get in.
Nice.
No thanks. No thanks. Not again.
All right. Well, you know where I live. Okay, I would like
Sure.
to spend a moment to recuperate my stamina points.
Please do not forget 80 experience points for beating up some dudes.
Yes.
So
80.
what?
Do love a beat up.
7:30.
Seven.
So I have a question. Are you guys, the other players, are you guys playing this in a web browser, or is this like Foundry, like
Yes.
a downloaded program on your computers?
I'm
Um,
playing this in a browser.
Yeah, playing on.
I'm the
browser.
only one who's using Foundry, but I think Foundry is also just a web browser because it has a debug menu.
Yes.
Foundry, are you a browser? And it's like, no, I'm not. It hides the Google Chrome.
I'm a browser, but sometimes I just choose not to work. I'm having a self-care day.
Whilst we're doing the 10 minutes to regain.
Hmm?
Are we doing 10 minutes to gain stamina points back?
I
Yeah,
think that was the
probably
plan.
probably in the previous room that has an actual chair and not this one
Yes.
covered in blood.
And that
I'm
ratty
gonna-
bed.
I'm gonna lay on hands myself then.
I should probably
Please.
give you the descriptions for those rooms, huh? Ha,
Please.
ha, ha, ha.
You have a long
Yeah.
life to live. Don't lay your hands on yourself. It
Uh,
has always weirded me out because it's called that. Gosh.
It's supposed to reference the fact that a lot of saints and priests would heal people by laying their hands on a person and taking away their suffering.
That's true, but laying your hands on yourself sounds a little off.
You do that too much, you go blind.
Okay,
Gotcha.
Mr. Kellogg.
Well, whenever you're ready and spent your resolve points and got your back,
Yes. Okay, is everybody ready to proceed? Alright, let's see if there's any spooks behind this door. Oh, that's the stairs. Are they going up or down?
down, 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 to the bottom of the sea.
Down. There's still a couple rooms that we haven't explored here. would you guys like to?
Yeah, which you
swoop
didn't
my-
explore because of Morlocks, if I recall correctly, and because of a River
Well,
Drake
they
and
let us
Shadow.
They allowed us to explore one particular thing and then another particular thing, but the third thing they forbidden us from exploring. So they forbidden us from exploring the door to the south, but the one to the east or to the west was fine. We went west to the lake with the lizard thing.
So you're gonna go across the surface to the hallway.
Probably, and go over here where I clicked to the east door. If the Morlocks are still there. If they're not there, then like whatever, we can probably poke behind the other door too.
Moment.
Yes.
Zoinks, Scoobs! You're where you want to be.
Yes. Hello, guys. Oh, this particular
They
door.
seem to be making good progress. That ballista is starting to look like it might actually shoot a bolt sometime soon.
True.
Good for
Oh.
them, you know what? Good for them.
One of them even like aims it on the swivel at you, and is like pew pew.
Yeah, sure. You know what?
Can I?
As gesture of
can we make-
goodwill, just so that they
Can we-
commit us to their collective memory of positive things, I'm just gonna give them one of my rations.
But also,
The
can we,
second
like,
you throw
make
your
like a
rations at them, like wild animals, they descend upon it and tear it to pieces, fighting over the food, like animals.
Oh, they kind of are, and that's fine.
I guess checking out the side rooms, these seem to be, well, they're living spaces that the Morlocks use.
Mhm.
These ones appear to be used to store poopy.
Gross. I'm gonna close the door so it doesn't stink up the place any more than it already does. Oop. Oop. Fair enough. There's only one door. Ah, right. This is where the Shadow Lady was. Fair enough. And we don't exactly have the capability to fight that. But we've also haven't explored over here, I believe, because there was one little passage.
I mean, if you trust in Chihiro, maybe he can solo him.
He can do what?
Nothing.
Oh,
I don't think I can do all that well.
You can disrupt undead. Ghosts are undead.
Yeah, sure. Solo a creature that's higher than your level with cantrips only. That can only go well.
Well, it can
Fox,
only go
no
to-
items, cantrips only, final destination.
Yes! Exactly. Okay, well, I would like to go over here behind the boats, real quick. Hello, welcome back, Mr. Staccato.
What boats? Where are you?
The boats over here. I'm clicking on the map. Can you see it?
Argus teleports across the map.
Yes, over here, and there was a passage over here that the Morlock noises or something of the sort was coming through, too.
You go back over to the water where the river drake hangs out from time to time. You can hear it snoring to the north as you enter this chamber. There is a passage to the south, down which you hear someone making loud proclamations.
Yes. Let's poke through there, because that's the one place that we haven't looked in yet, I think.
Naturally, your light source is going to illuminate the path ahead of you. Mr. Staccato, if you wanted to recover your stamina points, please do so. Oh, let me just take care of that for
I'm
you.
going to cover it a little bit so that it illuminates where I need to step so I don't step into a trap. But it's not like super duper reveal positions or anything.
Argus, your fucking light source shines into the room. People are going to tell you that you're there whether you like it or not.
Fair enough. Oh, in that case, let's just go here and deal with.
When your light source shines into the room even slightly, you suddenly hear of Undercommon getting chitter-chattered, and then declared loudly in Undercommon, and then a second later in Common, is who dares enter my domain? And requested.
Argus the monk.
I am the great and noble Graugast,
Pleased to meet you.
ruler
great and
of
noble.
these underlayers of the world.
Pleased to meet you, great and noble Undergroust. If I don't butcher that name.
He has a. This guy has a picture. Let
We
me show
have
you that.
excellent news for you. Great and noble.
What a great and noble king he
Blandagust.
is.
We took care of the. We took care of the guys up above for you.
Marvelous.
King, black guy who's been hassling you. He's
Then-
gone now.
Then our plans can accelerate. Yes.
Excellent. Yes, accelerate those plans. Which plans would those be? Exactly?
Irrelevant. You will be rewarded for your kind service. My minions did say that there are less people above.
Yeah, a lot less.
Let me have a look-see and make
dead.
sure that I'm handing you the treasure from the appropriate room. Really, Grauklust? You got nothing in your pockets? He should have something in his pockets. What are your pockets looking like, Mister? See, before this was a hell of a lot more. I understand the desire to do things a certain way, but doesn't mean I agree with it. Where is this guy at? Oh, he's up. Oh, fine. You can do it that way too if you really want to.
Good.
It's just being very strange. Apparently, this guy does not have any treasure on him. But really, this guy's like, I'm gonna hire the players for. He has a side quest and he offers nothing. He has a side quest. In return, you get a pat in the back. Great adventure design there, Paizo. I don't know what you were thinking. What would he have that would be exciting for you to own? Well, he's a cultist, so he'd presumably have some sort of magic scrolls.
Wow. Why the heck not?
I mean, he's a cultist, but apparently he's an occultist, so.
A cultist, if you will.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. In order for you to have beneficiary travels in the future, he offers you a wand of Bane.
I've always wanted to be in the Dark Knight.
No, it's not a wand of that man. It is a wand of, once you cast it, people around you have a little less good luck. May you destroy your enemies with the greatest of fierceness. Here you go. Wand of Bane. Bane is not too exciting, but hey,
It's still useful.
it's still a cool stick.
Yes.
We love a stick.
Typically, very nice.
It's also worth a bit of money. Like, you can sell it for 30 gold pieces, so hey.
Like a really good stick.
Do you mind if I take that one? I have a lot of extra actions every turn, usually.
You,
And I
Surely.
believe this thing does not like get multiple attack penalty thing.
can you cast spells?
No, but it's a wand. It probably has a button on it. I could press buttons. Does it have a button?
I'm
on
gonna say that it's fine. You can cast from a wand.
Fair enough
Okay.
then.
Fair
I
enough.
think you gotta
Oh.
roll something.
You press a button.
No, there are no roll. I mean, there's a roll if you want to use it multiple times, and it might explode. But hey,
No.
Oh yeah, they overcharge.
Oh, okay.
Well, fair enough. In case we get into a big fight, I'm gonna poke it at somebody. Does it have a range, or do I have to be within the?
Graugust, however, points his finger at you and says that you are no longer welcome here. He has things to do, and he does not want outsiders to step in front of him, so he may trip. He would like to not trip.
That is fair enough, but it's gonna be. He's gonna have to try to trip over me. I'm like 3 times taller. Well, in that case, I'm gonna bid my goodbyes. Holy shit, I don't want to get into a fight with the king. Day, I'm not ready, morally or mentally, to commit regicide.
Not on a
Always be
Saturday.
ready to commit regicide.
Have some
You
damn
mean,
committal.
again, because the guy we killed upstairs, he was also a king.
It was
Did
Or at
we
least
kill
he
him?
called himself.
He was a false king.
Oh, right, no, he ran away. We didn't kill him. That's right.
Yes.
You are not yet emotionally ready
I
for
mean,
this.
what really differentiates a false king from an actual king?
Well, if you kill one, usually people get upset, and if you kill the false one, usually people get happy.
Are you sure you want to have this protracted conversation near a drake nest?
No, because
Well-
it's legal. We're whispering very quietly.
Given that you are not interested in killing anything else on this floor by the looks and sounds of it, you have no
Yes.
option but to
Why
go deeper.
Why
Yes,
don't we
let's
want
go
to kill
deeper.
the dragon?
Excuse me?
Kill
you
the
repeat that?
dragon?
Why don't we want to kill it?
Because it's a little too strong, and we're going to be fighting it in the water where it's king. Want to call it?
Just get some flippers.
Where are you going to get flippers here? When were flippers invented?
No, Tari.
We could like take the flippers off that frog we killed like at the
Okay,
top of the
I
surface.
pick up Chiharu and I carefully place
This is
them right at
getting
the edge of the
grim.
lake, and I step back a few dozen feet. Go ahead.
Don't
Fight
have
the
the
dragon.
flippers yet.
Chiharu's
Now
like,
his
I can take a
beautiful
dragon.
fur will get wet.
No feeding the members of the party.
Look,
Come on,
I'd rather
folks.
not piss off the dragon. It seems to be pretty chill if we don't like mess with it, so that's fine.
I mean, didn't we find like a corpse of something that it ate up top or something?
No, I don't believe so.
Actually, you found a large frog corpse in one of the maggot feeding chambers that was partially dissolved by acid, which might have been this thing, yes.
Twerps.
So would it have been like wandering the holes, or did that thing just get burnt and then crawled away and died?
Who knows?
Well, do you guys want to fight the dragon thing?
Okay,
I'm all
let's
set.
not fight it yet.
I don't have it.
Maybe a few more levels. Or like one.
Okay, and then we one-shot it because
Also,
it's
he,
like literally
the,
tier 1.
it's also like has yeah.
It's just chilling
think we're
at this point.
Okay, in that case, floor below.
Don't forget, by the way, that you can always take the well down to the 3rd floor.
True. There was only the shambler, or
The big old pile of talking mouths, yes.
yes. We could try that.
Additionally, other than the stairs that you took initially, there's also a set of stairs that went down and you saw, like, a light source and someone chitter-chattering down there.
Yes, true. I believe it was over here on the other side of this.
So which stairs are you going to take? The stairs from the new area you recently explored, the stairs that you already know of, like, where are you going?
Personally, I would like to go down whichever with the sound of the pages being turned, because that's the person that our little goblin friend knew.
La 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 la.
Wait, hold on, don't just move us there. Is everybody else okay with it?
I mean,
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, fair enough.
No.
Objections are to be voiced loudly and in argumentation with the GM.
Well, thank you
This
for giving
ride
us a
stops
chance.
only in an emergency. Crying is not an emergency.
Oh, there's a big thing, a scary thing.
It's not. It's a person. It's person size. It's not big.
Oh.
This large cross-shaped chamber contains several long couches. The leather cushions that once adorned, cracked with age. Dead plants lie slumped in planter boxes along the walls, and a long dry fountain depicts a lighthouse standing in the middle of the room. Additionally, there is an obviously rotting corpse that is moving and is carrying a candle and seems to be reading a stack of books.
What is it that's depicting in the lighthouse?
Oh, it's just depicting a lighthouse and a long dry fountain. Although for some reason, the map does not contain a fountain anywhere, so who knows where it is.
I'd like to slowly descend the stairs and just knock on the door to attract the attraction of the person, to attract the attention of the person, and say, "Hello."
The person turns around, and from their mouth slumps a long, slapping tongue. Their eyes are milky white, and much of their facial features have rotten off, showing mostly skull and flesh and dried blood.
You look extremely good today. How are you doing?
But he's reading a book. Generally, you don't see a lot of zombies reading books.
Well, they're not a
Maybe
zombie.
Like,
Because zombies usually just stand
intellectual.
or crawl.
Yes.
well, you don't
This
see a
one
lot
is
of
not-
undead guys. This one, whatever brains he's looking for, he's already got it. So maybe we should.
He's not trying to outsource.
Considering that Chihiro is
Talk to
a
this
man
guy.
who knows his religion, you can tell that the person you're talking to is distinctly a ghoul. And judging by some of the features, might be a Morlock ghoul specifically.
I see. Cool.
Do they react to me trying to talk?
They react to your presence, yes. They look over their shoulder when they notice that the light source is when they can't ignore the light source much longer.
Okay. Does it actually like, hurt their eyes or anything? Do they recoil?
It does politely ask you to put the thing away.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna put it under the shirt or something,
That's
so
pretty
that there's
nice.
still like dim light, but not like super lot of it.
Ugh. Surface dwellers from above.
Seems like a gentleman.
Mind if I ask you, fine gentleman,
Isn't
did
that,
you kill the one that lives above?
Isn't all surface dwellers? Isn't that inherent in the idea of surface dwellers?
As you're talking over to our
We killed a lot of ones above. Gonna need you have to be more specific.
No one claims to be a king, one who lies to everyone.
Does he call himself great and powerful? Or the other one who's really short?
No firefall, no.
I don't believe we have then.
I was hoping that since the adventuring party would come on through, they would kill everyone and him in the process.
How interested are you in killing that one? Because we could fix that real quick.
I could provide assistance if you were to kill Graugust.
That's fair enough. What sort of assistance are we talking
What
about?
sort of assistance?
I'm more than just familiar with this floor. I can show you
Okay.
around.
That would be very helpful. Now, quick question before we go, though. Do you know anything about the spire that pierces this whole place?
Plenty. I've read the books.
Okay, could we borrow those books after we help you with the...
These are different books. I read those books long ago.
Fair enough.
Could
Do
you
you
tell
still
us?
remember
what
them
they-
well enough to recount them?
I
Basically, what I'm asking him is to tell us what they know.
If
about
you want to
the
ask
Doctor.
questions, you can ask questions. But you know, they know so much, they've read so much that you gotta ask specific questions, or they're like, listen, you can't ask general
Okay.
questions.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to be specific.
How do we put out
The
a
gauntlet.
lamp?
Yes. What is a gauntlet? How can we put it out? Where did it come from? Where did it go?
Well,
No,
you know, you
no
have a
problem.
Rosengard lore, you would know that the tower belonged to Belcora, and she specifically commissioned its construction, and this dungeon below it is like the supportive structure for it.
Gotcha.
Now,
Now, is the gauntlet a part of that dungeon? Though?
yes, it is the artifact, the actual active component that makes the whole thing work.
Ah, that's clever.
I'm going to look at some things. Best she knows, the gauntlet shouldn't be functioning, and it's entirely possible that, you know, some evil spirit, say Belcora herself, has come back to life and is keeping it alive by pure force of, I'm super angry.
Well, we could give him some therapy in the form of these fisticuffs.
Oh, great. So we're gonna have to kill him.
Like, what pissed you off this much, ma'am? You good?
Oh, but,
Well, maybe some unfinished business.
Belcor-
Perhaps someone betrayed
yes.
the victim.
In case you forgot, Belcora owned this place. A bunch of adventurers showed up, and they beat the shit out of her for trying to take over the world with undead. In case, have you seen the paintings upstairs and all the depictions of her taking over Absalom that never happened?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
So again, they have unfinished business.
All right,
So yes.
taking over everything.
So best she understands is that, you know, Belcora, the maker of this place, come back to life, and ever since Gauntlet has gained its power back, which is why Rin only saw it reignite recently.
Now that's evil.
Yeah.
That's why you double tap evil overlords.
You should be careful on this floor. There are ghosts here and plenty of ghouls to eat you.
Do you have, or do you know of anything that could help us deal with the ghosts?
Certain runes make the ghost as easy to hit as anything else that's a fleshling.
Fair.
That is clever.
Additionally,
Shrooms.
ghosts are creatures of emotion. Are very much driven by what they felt or how they feel. You can easily deceive them if you know what to say.
Oh.
Some ghosts can be destroying them with violence only removes them for so long. They rejuvenate after a while. You must lay them to rest. Fighting is a result of failure.
Like a ritual, like give a nice
again,
eulogy, have a little funeral, some flowers.
No, you must resolve their personal problems, their thing that drives them, but it doesn't have to.
She essentially leaves below that ghosts, you need to somehow solve their problem. Or you destroy them super duper good, and then wherever they are, you just douse it in holy water. That also works.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Therapy sounds kinder.
well, I think we've asked enough questions for
Yeah, I say we go with therapy.
for the free trial period. So let's go kick the ass of that king real quick.
Quickly, you turn to regicide.
Hold on, gotta kill the king. Punch.
Just because this
I-
guy says he'll help.
Either we're going to bully him hard enough that this is going to be ridiculously easy, or we're all gonna die to a fireball. Let's see how that works.
I'm curious.
Sounds good.
Let's get mauled, babes.
Actually, you know what? now that I've been thinking about it, can we actually make peace between those two? Would that even be realistic enough?
Yeah, would that be an option?
You know,
I
having
don't think Graugust would be interested
why
in
not?
seeing a ghoul.
that's true, but what about a ghoul with an infinite supply of knowledge? Theoretically.
Yeah,
You
why
know
is
what?
it that?
Go on
Maybe we should
ahead.
go back real quick. Why does he want this guy dead?
Yeah, that's a good question to ask in general.
People are allowed to have beef.
Yes.
Yeah, but
That's
what
why I'm
is
not
the
asking.
But that
He was
beef
exiled.
involves
To be
us risking
specific.
our lives and killing someone.
Well, all right. What did I do? What's the step?
You said to be specific. Could you please repeat that? Staccato is just on a very big delay. Sorry about the interrupting.
This fine ghoul you've been talking to got exiled by Mr. King or August, and as a result turned into a ghoul. So it's kind of personal.
Okay. But if they may make peace,
No,
That
what
is
if the
very
king personally
No!
apologizes? Okay,
like whatever you say, they get no.
got it.
They're not a goody two shoes lawful baby boy who's like, I'm on Shikeen's like a good boy. They want him dead, torn apart, eaten perhaps. That'd be nice. Nice taste.
Got you there. Let's go. Beef is right. No, excuse me. Meat is back on the menu, boys, girls. There we go. We're bunched up. Let's go commit regicide.
I don't need you to bunch up when you're going to a new floor because I have to make sure that all your tokens are copied over properly. But
Gotcha.
blacktivate it.
Okay.
Let's get them all in.
You need like a weapon or something? You want to stab them yourself?
They grab your wrist, and no, they don't.
So, am I paralyzed now?
No, they brush you enough that you get the idea. You feel the
Alright,
numbing
well, and
sensation briefly.
Cool. All the feathers on the back of my neck just stand up. At attention. Like, wow. Nice. Okay, fair enough.
The touch of the grave that ghouls have is considered to be an inferior form of what liches are capable of.
Holy shit. How many
That's-
ghouls is one lich? Is it one lich?
I can't give you a proper conversion rate, I'm afraid.
Shame. I'd like to think that was also in character. It's like how many ghouls does it take to combine together into a lich?
What is the deal with ghoul food?
It's alive mostly.
Wink. Well, they're ready to get in there and start taking names once you give the all
Let's do it.
clear.
The all clear is here. Let's go.
They do
Let's
warn
rush.
you of one thing before you go too far.
Yes.
Oh,
It's possible that Mr. Graugust still has his pet Grufflet, which is a large aberration, like a flesh-warped blubber beast. So be careful with that.
That seems like there's a lot of these things here. Would they lose control of it and would it just wander off without commands or something? Like, do they control it or is it just hanging out with
It's a mindless beast. Who knows what it's up to?
yeah,
well-
fair.
Let's be careful about that then.
Be careful, though. It's one of those things that explodes on death. A lot of those
Ooh.
today. However,
Yeah, well,
yeah, okay. Head on over to yonder room yonderly, Argus. Your move. They're not going to go in there just because they want to make sure that you're into this.
I know. I'm just carefully stopping over everybody else.
When you return, Graugust points at you and wants to know why you've returned.
Hello, mighty and powerful.
Your return was not requested.
That's true, but your buddy wants you dead. And they offer us a better deal than you. Sorry about that.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna pick him up carefully, just gonna plop in front of me. It's like, here. You have some beef. Let's settle this.
And unfortunately, that's where we're going to end the session for today. Because we got.
Oh, the cliffhanger!
Oh,
I need
terrible.
to practice those a bit more.
Alright, fair enough.
You're good.
Ever burning
Alright.
torch is best stuck down the back of your shirt so it sticks out over your head.
I have a mouth and ice cream. I can just hold it. I can just hold it in my mouth.
Tasty. By the way, since you've befriended you get some points for that too. I think it's 60. Let me just double check that. It's 40 actually. Give yourself 40 more points.
So we're at 770.
And next time you probably are going to level up because you're going to be beating up a bunch of dudes.
Nice. Let's get our mauling on.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z, the death of Groglust.
Or Death of Us.
Maybe next time I'll actually be able to look at Foundry for more than 30 seconds without it breaking.
Safi, are you recording this stuff or are you streaming it?
What about it?
If you give Staccato a link, they can watch.
We'll figure that out next time. How about that?
Yeah.
In the meantime,
Okay.
Cool.
mystical hand gestures. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Not to imply that a flashback scene is happening. That'd be silly. It's a very odd place for it. Although,